All right, everyone. Welcome back to another exciting episode of Midlife Criticals. This is episode 7. I hope you did enjoy the 2 live episodes back to back. We are back to online due to, well,
gas prices.
We live hours apart. It's the way it is. But we did enjoy filming live, and we all agreed that we're going to try to do that again in the future, which I definitely had fun DMing with everyone here, and I'm sure everyone enjoyed being at the table. I don't know what you guys, but I definitely enjoyed having you all in one spot. So
Yeah, it was a lot of fun.
You guys are so talkative. You guys are just killing it.
Try not to interrupt you, Travis. I'm trying to be polite.
Oh, fucking interrupt me. So last we left with our heroes, they were helping.
Leveling up.
They were not leveling up. They were never leveling up.
You told us to interrupt.
I hate you all. A little quick recap, a little introduction. I realize that we don't do introductions every episode, and we should do that. Just give us your name and what character you're playing. We'll start with the double camera up top.
I'm Meg, and I am playing Willow.
Teresa, and I'm playing Dr. Neve Watson.
I'm Brandon, and I'm playing Cassian Holt.
And I'm Victoria, and I play Esme.
And I'm Travis, and I play everyone else. So here we are. We're going to do a quick recap, quick story overview up until this point. If you've never watched our stream before, if you want to watch and get more than the recap, obviously the other episodes are available on YouTube and whatnot. And this is, I know it's happened already because everything's recorded, but this is our first time recording since we became affiliated. So everyone, congratulations, we're affiliated now. Please subscribe with your Twitch Prime for a free subscription and help us pay for character art and the stupid amount of money I just paid on an art AI. Woo! So the heroes were traveling. Esme and Cassian were traveling north, while the other set of heroes, Neve and Willow, were traveling south. What'd I do? What happened?
Megan mouthed, "I'm a hero."
I'm a hero.
Nothing actually relevant to what you were saying. Carry on, Travis.
Yeah, yes, you are, Willow. And
at least he's saying your name Will, right? Yeah. Not calling you Apple.
Due to now that you said it, you put it out in the universe.
You don't say that name on stream, guys. Come on.
Well, each group was, on their own traveling. They were met with an incredibly terrible winter storm that caused them to take refuge in a small town called Eden, just off the Tribord Trail. Wow.
So it's been everything but Eden.
Yeah.
Bitches.
While here, they ran into one another, kind of loosely met each other on the first night while staying there, just before their evening was interrupted by someone barging in and dying effectively as they fell in the door, having ran in from the winter storm. The person appeared to be beaten and bloody and had been attacked. So Cassian, in his paladin ways, following Lathander, charged out.
Never got his name.
Charged out into the darkness to vanquish whatever had hurt this unnamed traveler. While doing so, they came into contact with an undead beast that had been patched together from various human components, and they fought a quite tough battle. Ended up vanquishing the foe, came back, and have started pulling apart this mystery that is going on in the small town. They've met up with the town's priest, Antoine Markov, who asked them to help dig up some town records. While digging through the town's past, they found out that there was a huge church at one point in the past to the Temple of Tyr. And there was a miracle girl and a family that revolved around the church, a family of the Justice family. We had Vincent and his wife Florimel and their daughter Rose. Their daughter Rose having the power to heal people, gifted to her by the god Tyr. There was a terrible plague that had come through, and she couldn't solve it. and eventually things went down. The temple was thrown in disarray, people stopped following it, and it seems that people have been paying homage to Rose by giving her sacrifices that seem to be travelers coming through the inn. The inn would capture travelers that they felt that were easy pickings or troublemakers that could get onto the secret and give them to Rose. However, due to the storm, Rose hasn't gotten any travelers recently, and the town is deadly afraid of Rose lashing out. We left off with them in the church after escaping from the basement of the inn as they were put in cages and drugged, and they were essentially going to be given to Rose as a sacrifice to tame her anger on the town. However, they escaped quite cleverly and were able to push back their captors and escape to the church, where they've now met the town mayor, who pleads with them to help, as he fears when the night comes, so will the creatures. Yes, Cassian.
I can't stop thinking about the man and his name. He's our origin story, and we didn't take his name, and I think that we should figure out his name.
No one knew his name.
I know. He's our origin story. We need to figure out his name. It needs to happen. Someone has to know this guy.
The guy I cut up and then you guys burned.
Oh.
The guy who died in the step of the inn.
So while we're here, the recap done, we continue on inside the Temple of Tyr, as the town, Antoine had agreed to let the townsfolk stay the night in the temple while our heroes here protected it.
Esme's not happy about it.
So
She did not want to sleep here.
as darkness, I was going to say, as the sun starts to drop and darkness starts to take hold in the town itself, more and more people from the town start filling in. They're
I
setting
will
up.
offer my broom closet to
They're
Esme
setting-
that I already have made up as a bedroom, and it's like a private little bedroom, and I'll offer it up to you.
I wanna stand by the door and watch for the barmaid and the mayor's wife. And when they come in, I want to pull them aside.
Okay, perfect. As more and more people fill in, you see families carrying just the things that they need the most. Usually, you see them carrying bags of food, bedding, nothing extra. They're just bringing what they need to make it through the night. Occasionally, you get people who look at you with both fear and hope. Little kids, as they filter in, you see them tugging on their mums and their father's jackets, and they kind of point up at Willow. Mommy, Dad, are they here to help? Don't worry about it. Just follow me. We'll just set up.
If any of the parents look twice or start to look suspicious at us, I'm just gonna as creepily as possible, just try and glare through them.
Fair enough.
Not the kids. The kids are
make the kids cry.
No, not the kids. The kids are great. They can carry on. But any of the parents or the adults who look guilty or even remotely like they could be a part of this, just
No, 100%. You see Antoine. All right, everyone. Just organize yourselves into groups. If you want to sleep on the pews, the ones that aren't broken, watch for splinters, haven't sanded them down again. Everyone just kind of divide up into groups, set up just put a bed down wherever you want. That's my room. Don't go that way, that's my room. And he's kind of chasing after people who are just setting up in the hallways. People are setting up by the altar. It's just the entire town's trying to crowd into this temple.
Esme's gonna
Down below is nice and clear, and there's lots of room down below.
Esme's gonna take his room. 100%.
I'm just gonna sleep in my lamp, so I'm good.
I refuse to sleep.
In the lamp?
Injustice is coming.
Yeah.
Over the next hour and a half, as the sun starts to set again, more and more people show up until it's just a trickle. Until at the end, you see the mayor walking with Beatrice and his wife, and running up behind is the bard coming up in the rear.
Oh God.
I'm gonna step in front of them.
All right, as they start to walk up to the church through the doors,
Ignoring the mayor and the bard.
Mhm.
Don't give a shit about them. And walk eyes on Beatrice and his wife, whose name I don't remember.
No, Beatrice is Beatrice and Florimel.
No, Florimell's the mother of Rose.
Oh,
Is
sorry,
it
not Florimel.
Andrea?
Andrea. Sorry, it's Andrea.
Andrea.
Apologies.
You know what? Quite frankly, Neve doesn't care what their names are.
Andrea.
Glares at the two of them and just says, "You come with me." And like,
Oh, I just don't want to.
Nope.
Okay,
Nope.
we're going. Okay, yeah. And they kind of just hang their head and they kind of just shut up and walk towards you. The mayor is there. He's heavily drinking from a flask. And
are
you
any
see,
of you guys with me?
and you see, coming up, following up, not too far behind them, two little kids.
I'd be greeting people at the door as well. Just mainly so I could whisper Lathander in the ear as they're walking in here.
A young boy and a young girl, both dressed in smart attire. Although it's clear that the children, this is for playing and stuff. They have their winter clothes on, their mittens, their hats. They're both look maybe to be 5 or 6 years old. Not too far apart in age. The daughter with the same blonde hair the mother has, where the son has the same dark, almost black hair that the father has. Both striking resemblance to their parents, kind of running up. And you see the mayor kind of call back to them. Matthew, Violet, come inside. It's not safe outside. Come inside and stay in here. No noise. You go play, but do not make noise. Do not bother the other citizens. Everyone is having a rough night as is.
As I get the two of them off to the side, not in the church yet. I'm imagining like just in the doorway.
Yeah, in the lobby. Yeah.
Yeah. I'm gonna glare at them for like a slightly uncomfortable amount of time without saying anything.
They don't want to make eye contact. The wife, the mayor. The mayor actually is too drunk to really care. He's looking at you in the eyes. He's already talked to you. He's just there. But Beatrice and Andrea, they both wear this shamed look on their face and do not want to make eye contact with you.
I'm staring still out the door. I'm not even like giving them the time of day. Oh, I know you're talking and you pull them off aside, but I'm still greeting the new people coming in. And I'm like ready when they're all ushered in to join that conversation.
Got you. Where's Willow and where's Esme?
I'll be standing with her. Yeah.
Lathander be with you. Come on in.
Off to the
Lathander
side.
be with you. Come on in.
So I'm gonna say to both of them, you're aware of what happened to your two helpers.
Beatrice kind of, I am aware that they were struck down in the basement by yourselves while you were escaping.
Escaping? You mean after you drugged and kidnapped us?
You have to understand, we do this not for our own gain, but to save. And she kind of looks over at the entire town that's now filling up this temple. It's for them. And it wasn't.
So you prey on the innocent who come through your town, and you think that their lives are an alright exchange?
Or worth more.
You think that your lives are worth more? All of you. Have you ever not considered just leaving the town instead of
leaving everything we have?
Yeah, absolutely, so that you don't have to kill innocents.
You don't think we've tried? Every time we try to leave or one of us tries to get out of here, on the road there's an accident. We are not just here.
So what if all of you left at once?
Then there wouldn't be much of us left. You don't understand. Rose thinks we're her toys.
I don't understand. You locked us in a cage. You should know I've killed people for less.
she kind of looks over and she sees a group of kids playing that Matthew and Violet have joined. We mainly do it to ensure their safety. I assure you, this was not the life I wanted. This was the life my parents gifted me.
So why didn't all of you just stop having kids? Eventually her pool of toys would dry up.
Would you want to just live your life without any hope, without any joy?
Yeah. Yeah.
We're not so morbid. We like...
Listen. I've heard nothing in the way of an apology. So, I'm going to give the two of you an option. Tonight, you're going to stand beside the four of us and help protect your people the way that you should have done, the honorable way. Or, you can allow the four of us to decide your fate for trying to
Love
kill
to
us.
interview with you. Come on in.
Of course, we'll do whatever we can, but if
No,
Rose...
you'll pick up a weapon. Pick up a weapon and you'll fight.
You see Beatrice pull back her cloak and you see a short sword on one hilt and on the other side of the hip a dagger. I will use my weapons to defend these fair people, but just understand, if Rose is angry, this isn't going to do anything.
We'll just understand if you don't fight honorably. I see one hint that you might do anything to any of us again. What I do to you would be absolutely worse than what Rose could do. And then I just leave.
Fair enough. You see her and Andrea kind of chat quietly, whisper some words among themselves, and kind of just take a seat away from everyone else.
Before the mayor
entrance.
leaves, I'm going to go speak with the mayor.
The mayor is half pickled. He's sitting there kind of talking to various people who pass by. He's not right in the entrance. He's more in the opening that goes out to where the main hall is. And he's talking to some various people. And he's like, of course, these great heroes will keep an eye on us. They've already vanquished some evil. I heard recently they dealt with a demon in the basement of this here church, making it a safe haven for all of us. And he's putting on the politician.
I'm going to join the conversation at that moment.
Oh, here's one of our great heroes as well, Cassian Holt. Please.
Oh, hero, you're too kind. I mean, after you promising to build a temple of Lathander here, it's the least I can do.
He kind of just smiles. Promises will have to come to fruition if we manage to make it out of this situation alive.
Oh, but of course. But I mean, I already have the perfect spot picked out for this temple. You're gonna love it.
Well, you're going to have to talk to your friend Antoine, as I do not know if you would want another temple. Competing.
Oh, well, you're the mayor. You know as well as I that more temples, more people. It'll be great for the town. We talked about this. Do you not remember?
Again, let's see if we make it through this situation on the other side in all in one piece.
Oh yes, yeah. That's one of the prerequisites of our deal. But yeah, it's going to be fantastic. Where's Antoine now?
As you kind of see that, you see him trying to stop people from pushing into that wing that you had just uncovered. No, you can't go in here. This one's off limits. It's not really finished.
I'm already in there.
In the bad wing?
I'm in his room.
You mean your room?
No, I'm sleeping in his room.
I took her to the closet and she left from the closet into his room.
No. He's trying to stop people from going into the wing with the crypt.
Oh.
He's like, no, we're not going into this wing here. Still under construction. We're just renovating it. It's got a crypt in it, possibly a demon. We're not. People start looking.
It's clear. It's
concerned.
Perfectly fine.
Don't worry. I'm pretty sure that demons dealt with. But to be on the safe side, how about we just mock this area as a no-go? We all hang out in here. I've opened up the kitchen, so you're all able to use whatever facilities as you wish. If you excuse me for a moment, I do have someone who is, I think, trying to break into my room.
I'm gonna loop him at that moment around my shoulder and just be like, Antoine, look at your flock. I bet you haven't dreamed of your church being so full.
Well, you know as well as I do there, big guy, that they're not here for the tear or the Lathander, in your case. They're here for the not getting eaten by a monster in the middle of the night. Personally.
Hey, one could say that one is always running from monsters of their own, and faith, helps them slay those monsters.
1 second here. He sees a group of guys saying, "Hey, friends, why are you here?" And the guy kind of, we were told that Rose is going to be coming tonight, and I didn't want to get eaten by a monster. Now you see here, at no point did he ever mention or bring up faith.
That's where it begins, brother.
Actually,
this is where it starts.
No, as soon as this is done, I'd like to go back home.
Of course, you're not welcome to sleep here forever. This is a temple of Tyr. I mean, it is second rate. They might do that here. But in the temples of Lathander, you're not allowed to actually sleep in the temple long term. It's more of like a short term when times are tough. I'm
agnostic. I don't really have a religion. But
when the new temple of Lathander is here, I'm sure you'll change your mind. It will be way different than this.
Probably not. All that really happens every time the gods get involved is things like this. I just like to leave. And then Antoine's like, and there we go and have the problem with that. I do appreciate you guys coming. You all have yourself a good night. And he kind of turns to you. See, I don't know if this is going to translate into long-term worship here, but I do appreciate them.
You get a handful at least.
I'm sure we get 2 or 3.
Faith spreads.
I feel like none of these people have had church sandwiches before.
Church sandwiches are great.
Church sandwiches are dope.
I agree with the church sandwich statement.
Same.
It's like they come out pre-blessed, and you can taste it.
Blessed with deliciousness.
Yes.
Sandwiches are the best.
Sometimes they're like double stacked. So good.
Mm-hmm. Egg salad. Oh.
Now I want church sandwiches.
Cucumber.
Me too.
As the building starts to fill up, and the last remaining members of the town trickle in, this place is pretty packed. The church itself is a massive cathedral that had been abandoned, so it's used to housing people, but not in a sleeping capacity. So it is very tight here. You find yourself stepping over people, and people are flooding around, leaving just a narrow path in the alley to kind of get up and down.
Neve is going to be in the corner watching the 2 women that originally drugged and tried to kill all 4 of us.
Sure.
And while doing that, empties out her old water skin and fills it up with new shit.
Gotcha.
Just not looking, just locking eyes.
Gotcha.
Just uncomfortably, not really blinking enough.
Yeah.
Really wanting them to
100%. As the night starts to take over, all the candles and lanterns are lit, and this place has come to life for the first time. Usually at night when you've been in here, it's been dimly lit. But now it seems that Antoine has dug out all of the candle holders and spare candles he had to give this place a glowing interior to keep people feeling safe, that the darkness is not approaching and the darkness is not coming in. Beatrice, Andrea, and the mayor spend a lot of time out by the entrance, keeping an eye through the door. Every so often you see Beatrice crack the door and look outside and then shut it. You see various members of the town kind of trying to look out the stained glass windows, the ones that are still not broken or covered up with boards. And everyone's starting to settle in for what they hope is going to be an uneventful night.
Can we organize some kind of a watch with anyone in the town? Like, whatever.
What would you like to do?
I want to gather. So I want to gather all of like the people who look competent at fighting, and have them like not the elderly, like the old man with the leg lesion. He's probably not fighting. the young children who are smartly dressed in their winter clothes, they're probably not fighting. Antoine, probably not fighting. But I want to gather anyone who looks like they could at least lift a rock over their head and throw it.
Yeah, okay, so...
I also want to do something when everyone's in. I want to make my way over to the inn.
By
I want
yourself?
to. So I'm gonna.
No, I'm gonna take hopefully somebody with me, but that's my motive.
I'll go. Hold on. Before we do that, can we organize a? So I'm
Already down.
gonna gather them all, and I'm gonna try and figure out like what their fighting capacities are, and divide them into 3 units essentially. And then I want to have a rotating watch in which I will. So, and right after I do this, I'm going to take my long rest, which is only 4 hours. But
No. A long rest is actually 8 hours. It's just you only need to be sleeping for 4 of it.
So you still
need 8 hours. No. Every character in the games needs a long rest is defined. You may not be to sleep. Even like automatons need downtime. It's just the definition of a long rest in the book.
Okay. Well, regardless, I can remain aware.
Yes, you're only in that trance or whatever you're in for 4 hours, but you still need to have your feet up and kind of recoup, get the electrolytes in.
It is written as finish long rest in 4 hours, spend those hours inactive, motionless, but retain consciousness.
There you go.
So
Yeah, but it's
sitting
like 4
creepily
hours.
in a corner, staring at the door, back to a solid wall. But I'm going to organize everyone else who's in the building into a 3-shift watch, so that there's always people awake and roaming and standing sentry and watching.
Okay, so as everyone's kind of filtering in, you kind of gather people up. You get a decent group of men and women that kind of split up. You see husbands and wives taking opposite shifts, so one can be with the kids, one can while the other one watches, stuff like that. And you have 3 groups of probably 5 each. So you have about 15 people that you can be competent enough. They have their skin in the game. They have kids, families. You don't feel like they'll be falling asleep on you, and they're eager to help. They watch and listen to you attentively as you kind of plan out the evening for them, knowing that you've already dealt with one of these beasts that Rose has sent before, and clearly you know what you're doing, or at least you put off that vibe. People are drawn to it, and they see you as a person of power. Esme, what are you doing?
I was making myself at home in Antoine's bedroom.
Eventually, Antoine comes
Passed
in.
out.
Eventually, Antoine comes in. Like, I do appreciate you. He kind of walks in, knocks on the door. Are you decent in there?
Yes.
All right. Now get the hell out of my room. Your room's down there in the closet. It's got a nice cot for you. That's where you kind of sleep. This is my private space. I wouldn't come to your house and be like, I'm gonna put my boots up in your room and start moving your stuff
Well,
around.
I'll take my boots off.
The
take my
boots
boots
aside, this is my here private little space. It's a very large building. It's just kind of my area to kind of be me. If you could just
Sir,
remove yourself.
I'm a lady. I am a lady.
That's that.
I deserve a bed with a door.
Oh, there's a door on the storage room. And
Is there a bed?
there is a nice cot in there for you. That it fit Cassian, so I'm assuming it would fit your smaller figure. Yeah, so if you could just out of the room, that would be perfect.
No, I think I'm gonna stay here, and she's gonna walk towards him and shoo him out, and then shut the door.
And you kind of hear him mutter as he walks away. I mean, that was kind of rude. And he kind of just walks away, all sad.
So open it again and be like, I'll take some soup though.
Yeah, we don't do delivery here. And he kind of just walks away. And then he kind of maybe a monster come in that window, bite her ass, and then kind of walks away.
Yeah, you're in the room alone, hey?
She'll be fine.
All right.
Okay.
As you're getting that group together, Esme's making herself at home in Antoine's room. Willow and Cassian, what are you two doing?
Heading off to the inn.
All right.
Mission Impossible music.
Boom, boom, boom,
All right.
boom, boom, boom,
As
boom.
you head out the doorway,
Okay, Tom Cruise. Yes.
you pass by the mayor and Beatrice and Andrea.
Ooh.
Oh, sorry, Andrea's with the kids. The mayor and Beatrice.
Willow,
Yes.
should we take Beatrice with us?
Yes, you hear from across the room. Yes, absolutely. That's hilarious. Go.
All right, Beatrice.
Would you
Front and
not?
center.
Would you not rather me here help and defend the church?
No, we
Really?
require you, and we're just gonna like kind of hand on firmly on the shoulder, and I'm gonna look her dead in the eye. I'm gonna be like, Lathander requires you, and lead her out the door.
Now this seems like a weird thing, but I'm already in.
All right. Well.
Lathander and his fire, his righteous fire.
Yes.
All right. Well. I guess I'll follow you then. And as the door opens, a cold
Turn
breeze,
your backs to her.
a cold breeze kind of pulses its way in as you walk out the door, shutting it behind you with a heavy thump. As you find yourselves in that evening, kind of on the outskirts town, as darkness just fills the entire area. The only light coming through the cracks where boards have been put up over broken windows, and whatever light comes through the stained glass that remains, eaten completely by the darkness as you push out further and further. The entirety of the town dark as you walk up the road that is still, for the most part, unplowed. You're walking on paths that people have made towards wherever you're going.
As they're
Light.
doing this,
You cast what?
can I
Light.
On the basket?
Yeah.
All right.
So I can
can
see where I'm going.
can I? Because they're going.
Yeah.
Can I send Binks with them?
You could send Binks with them, yeah.
Except Binks.
And like, so I can kind of like see what's going on, but by still be like in the comfort of my bed, in my room.
Gotcha.
So you've said Banks, but you've not told me this. I have no idea.
Yeah,
So,
but I'm gonna send
how would
Binks
you
with
like
them.
to send Binks with them? Just following them on the ground?
He can climb up on my stuff.
Yeah,
He
And
I
also allow Binks to climb up.
yeah, he'll like scurry behind them and like catch up to them, and then we'll like whichever one is closest, just like jump up and latch on and like sit on their shoulder.
All right.
I will grab him and I'll lift him into the convenient basket.
No.
So he's more comfortable.
Wait, so the two of you who don't have night vision went on this night quest?
I see
Well,
I see
Whoa, we got a light basket. What more can you ask for? Ships
they
use it light towers all the time.
So
So yeah, I'm going to what is it? Find familiar and send him.
all right. So Binks catches up eventually, just as the door closes. Binks' tail clears the threshold, and as they turn around, he climbs up, and he is placed inside the basket of Willow. As Binks is now with you, you walk.
And I can see everything.
Yeah, but when you do that, you're blind. Like when you
Yeah,
look through
that's
the eyes of your familiar, you don't know where you don't know anything about your surrounding.
That's fine.
Okay, so you're kind of just laid up in bed, looking through the eyes of Binks, kind of.
Who's
see-
too happy about that?
You see,
You guys clock that?
you see Binks kind of just sitting out there, looking out the basket, little ferret. The paint kind of having this multicolored bit at the end of the tail, just like it almost uses its own tail as a paintbrush. Kind of just sitting there.
Likes to play.
I will feed him a mushroom.
Binks accepts as he sits there and munches on a mushroom as you trudge through the snow. The light just pushing just out enough to take the immediate darkness from you. But this inky blackness immediately pulls the light as it pushes further and further out. That eerie silentness that comes with being in snow as all the sound is absorbed out. And you hear the crunching of the snow under your feet. And that's it. As you push towards the center of town. What is your goal?
To go to the inn.
You go in the inn. As you make your way to the inn, Beatrice kind of walks up beside you. Is there a reason why we're going back here?
Yeah.
Would you like to fill me in on the reason, or?
See, normally I would say yes. I would love to fill you in, but I'm going to opt to not fill you in, just like you didn't fill us in. So.
Okay.
I want whatever made us go to sleep.
Yes.
Oh, I don't know if I have any of the components left. I'll check the kitchen. Follow me.
Sure you do.
She kind of takes the lead and she opens the door of the inn. The only
While Beatrix is looking away and I lock eyes with Willow, I'm just gonna kind of like kind of say like in sign language, like, you watch Beatrix. I got stuff to do. You know? So
D101 that you don't split up the party.
Yeah, it's
And now
cardinal sin number
All
one.
split up.
Do not split the party.
we're not splitting up for long. This is just a quick grab and go. You know, it's like a milk run.
Do you see his smile?
That's okay. We can run really fast and we'll scream if there's a problem. So
run really fast and scream. That's the
That's
hero of
the reason why
Lathander.
I brought Beatrix. We don't have to outrun the monster. We just have to trip Beatrix, and then we're good. We got at least a minute.
Yeah. So you eventually find yourselves on this patio, the porch of the inn. Beatrice unlocks the door, and as you enter, the warmth of the inn is still there. As you see a pile of logs that had been freshly put in not long ago, maybe an hour or two, still burning down, keeping a heat and a little bit of that orange glow filling the interior of the tavern. All the other lights have been turned down. As you walk in, she leads you in the kitchen back here. We might have some of the components left. I can mix up enough for a dose if that's what you were looking for.
It is.
I do apologize again for a messy situation.
Would love to accept that one day. Probably not today.
I'm going around the entire tavern and lighting up every single light. I'm going to make this thing look like it is just bumping. You know, I'm going to throw a couple more logs on, get the fire roaring. I'm going to, turn on all the lamps. I'm going to start flipping over tables, and I'm going to start looking at their glass bottle liquor stock.
Okay, cool. As you're kind of setting up the bar for the evening, she brings you in the back, and you see her take a couple of different plants. You see a few plants that had all their leaves picked off them except for a few, and you see her kind of look around. She kind of eyeballs it. She takes the remaining leaves off some of the plants, puts them in the motor and pedestal, starts grinding down things, adding another oil to it, grinding down even more, and she creates this this liquid that she eventually pours into a small vial about this big. Oh, this should be enough for one or two individuals.
And then I'd like you to write the recipe down now, please. And I'm going to be, while she's doing this, like, just pillaging kitchen supplies.
Okay, she writes down it's just a few common plants. There's a little bit of wolfsbane in it, a couple other slightly poisonous plants, but mixed in the doses that they're the lower doses. It doesn't have the poisoning effect so much as the passing out effect.
Sure, I will pocket that.
So you have a small vial of a paralytic, essentially.
How many glass bottles, empty or full, is there around?
There's a plethora of wine bottles behind the thing, few dozen bottles total. Not all of them are
smashing them.
Not all of them are.
I'm gonna flip them. That's fine. I just need the glass. I'm gonna, if there is any, I'm gonna drink for me, smash, drink for me, and smash on the ground. I'm just flipping up the tables, making it look like they're like it would be set up to be a place to fight. And I'm smashing glass all in between it, kind of making like homemade caltrops.
She comes out and she's like, "Could you not destroy the establishment, sir? This is still a part of the town that needs to."
Whenever it's all done, you're lucky we don't burn it to the ground. Yeah, you're lucky it's not burned to the ground. It's still going to be standing with its four walls at the end of this. Maybe.
I'm taking some more supplies from her kitchen while she's distracted.
Banks is
Smash.
behind the counter with where all the nuts are, and he's just having a fucking heyday. He's eating all the nuts.
Yeah.
I'm also going to be placing barrels, and I'm going to take tablecloths around the barrels to make it look like people that are huddled up behind the tables.
There's only a few barrels on the inside, but yeah, sure.
Yeah, and then even like any kind of small thing that I could drape a tablecloth over to make it look like somebody might be hiding. Like these are stupid monsters, right? So if they see a cloak or anything, like I'm just trying to stage to make it look like, hey, a lot of people are here because this is probably where the monsters will go first, and we'll hear them come in here and smash the shit out of it because it's all lit up and they think people are in here. And hopefully they take some damage on the cattle chops on the way out, and we can at least track, if they try running away, we can follow the blood. I don't know. I'm just like setting this place up to hopefully be first contact with the Rose's friend.
I would say this takes about an hour. This trip walking.
Willow does not understand what's happening and just like randomly breaking bottles against the wall and they're like, yeah.
Yeah.
Well,
I'm gonna like take a drink, hand it to Willow. Your turn. Wrong side of the room, but that's okay. That's okay.
as Beatrice watches you all trash her bar, the Binks eats his fill of nuts. The entire bar starts to get that feel of party town. There's bits of glass everywhere.
Yeah, the glass is really what I'm trying to aim for, like in between big shards of it, like smashing it so it's like almost like dangerous terrain to walk through.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Gotcha. You make it so it's not the most inviting area to walk around barefoot.
And hopefully zombies don't care about their shoes. I'm just,
Gotcha.
You can't just make assumptions like that.
I know.
Okay.
If there's one or two that do, then I'm okay with that.
They're very
They might be able to
fashionable.
be saved.
They could be proud. You don't know.
Could be.
All right. So as that's going on, you finish up. The area is sufficiently smashed. You have all the bottles that you could find smashed on the ground.
Not all. I'm keeping the best 3 bottles in my backpack, but I'm gonna act like they're all smashed. Like I'm just like.
All right. Gotcha. You have a couple of bottles in your backpack, while the remaining bottles are smashed everywhere. Beatrice kind of just watches in this kind of deadpan look, like the guilt from what she has done is there, and the realization that what is happening to her bar and
just look at it like a drink for all the people that you've sacrificed.
She looks at you and goes,
Street justice.
"You don't understand. When you're born into something."
Yes, I know sometimes children inherit their parents' debt. I get it, but there's other ways to go about it. And you chose this way, and I'm choosing this way.
Well, I guess
Binks is
teach
gonna
their
run
own.
up. Binks is gonna run up and like nibble at her hand in not a nice way.
She pulls back. Your pets seem to be aggressive.
They only attack
He'll
evil.
scurry away back to Willow.
He's a good boy.
Do you all know what you're doing? I know you're capable fighters, but have you dealt with
Not at all.
something?
Of course we don't know what we're doing.
I'm smashing bottles
better
on
at
your
not
tavern
knowing
floor.
What? You cut out there, Meg.
We're better at not knowing.
You're better at not know. So we're probably all going to die, is what you're saying.
If that's Lathander's plan for us all, then we should die happily.
Probably not me, but maybe you.
Definitely not me.
Yeah, no, probably not us.
Banks is probably going to be good too.
Yeah.
He just like squeaks.
So,
and I'm just.
You all may
I'm gonna
die. That is a
I'm going to
sacrifice.
do a chuckle. I'm going to, at that laugh, I'm going to like kind of put my arm out for Binks to climb up on it and make my way out the inn. They're like, well, if you want to come back with us, Beatrix, we just needed you to make some of that substance for us and, to open the door to your bar so we didn't have to break the door, and because that would have made it, break the illusion.
all right. So as you do that, everything's good. She kind of just sits down there and she looks at you. Do you know what you're dealing with? You're dealing with an evil that took one of the most beloved members of our community and twisted her into something that, well, It was probably one of the most evil things I have ever heard of. She traps us here and toys with us. I don't know if you know, but what you had faced is just but one of the tools she uses.
That is what Lathander paladins were bred to deal with, is evil. And whether Rose has many evils or a small amount of evils, after tonight she will be no more.
I don't think you
When-
quite understand. She
When Lathander's
was
light,
one of the strongest connectors we've ever had with Tia. She could cure.
I'm gonna laugh right there whenever he says tear. I'm like, that's your problem.
As much as you
Lathander.
evangelists think about how great your God is versus another, it is still a God.
Yeah.
And it took someone with a better connection than, no offense, you, and twisted it into something so hateful.
We will
it's
see
malice.
who's left standing.
You don't understand. She was one of the most brightest lights. I played with her when I was a kid. She was one of my closest friends, and I had to watch her turn to a darkness that enveloped everything that I ever loved about her.
The night is always dark and full of terrors. You should know that yourself, Beatrix. If one strays from the path of light, it doesn't take much. But when done so, it's hard to find your way back.
A lot of words and a lot of theories tossed around by someone who is still so new.
I am new. I might be new to faith, but I'm not new to killing. And whether she's a light that's been darkened or a foul beast that has been mutated, killing is killing. And I'm gonna have like a really dark, undertone with that.
She was never always like that. She lived for helping people. She was given a God's honest gift from Tia to help those. Her family proud. They spent years trying to have a daughter or a son or any child. And just when they had given up, Tia had gifted them with a miracle. And that was Rose. She was the light of the entire town. She was the best of us. Just know that that's what you're dealing with. Not just an evil monster, but a little girl who was the light of her parents' eye. And friend and loved one to us all before it happened. It's not as simple as that monster was existed. That monster was someone we all cared about. And we hoped one day would
Every
come back.
bandit and every outlaw has a family that loves them dearly. It's not up to us to judge their decisions. It's to their gods. I'm sure Tyr will put Rose where she belongs after this is all done.
She kind of just looks at you both, kind of glances over at the ferret. Well, let's just hope Tia is watching over us tonight.
It's not Tyr that you're going to want to wish for this night. It's Lathander. And it's the new day that he brings with his light. Because that'll be a sign of victory.
You find whatever comfort you have in whatever God you have. I'm going to pray to the same God that brought us Rose.
Got you into this mess. I got it. Yes, absolutely. All right, Willow. Let's make a haste before.
Mistake. Sorry, where are we going?
Let's make haste. Unless you have any other places you would like to stop in.
Nope.
No.
Nope. No. Just looking at the vial. No, we're good.
Sleepy time tea. I got snacks. This was productive for me.
As you push back into the cold night air.
I'm going to find one of the people patrolling, and I'm going to have them kind of sit on like an edge, like, kind of make almost like a one-man.
No one's patrolling outside.
No one wants to patrol outside?
Not a single person wants to be even remotely outside. The only people outside are the three of you and a ferret and a pig.
I'm going to have to offer to stay outside and hide.
Oh, please don't.
Oh,
I need to be able to warn you guys.
As you step out
Sorry,
onto
you're
the... as you step back onto the patio porch area of the tavern, you close the door
could
behind
Binks
you.
not stay out and then run back if he sees anything?
Oh, Binks could, yeah.
That's a good idea. But I wouldn't want to leave. Like, I would be his communication. So if I saw Binks running, I would know to like bang on the door, and then you guys would know to get
She
ready.
can see through
and we
Binks's
can-
eyes and then snap back and be like, I just saw something. She doesn't need someone to... She can look through the eyes of familiar.
Oh, yeah.
But then she's not running.
So yeah, I would probably leave Binks at the tavern.
You want to leave Binks at
Upstairs,
the
of
tower?
course.
I mean, you can't.
Upstairs. You would hear any
Yeah.
craziness that's going on.
I can't rest if I do that. That's the only thing.
And all of your shit is.
See,
Yeah.
I don't mind waiting outside. I'm good. I have one spell I used. That's it. I'm ready to go for everything else. So I'm pumped. So I can hang out outside and just kind of like wait, and like just so I can see the tavern at a distance, but I'm not too far away from the temple that I can like hoof it to the temple when I see the monsters go into the tavern.
But at this point, would I even be able to long rest? Like, am I going to get an uninterrupted 8 hours? Probably not.
Can't tell you.
Probably not.
Did you want to know the ending? Hold on, let me get my notes.
No, I'm just saying, like,
Yes.
if I can't long rest, then we could always do it. Like,
I think that's part of the decision making process. Is he doesn't.
Yeah.
He's not going to tell us the
I'd
answer.
say you
because-
should at least try to long rest.
Yeah.
You're gonna be just long rest.
Listen,
Okay.
if
Just
Cassian wants to
long
sit
rest.
out in the snow, then Cassian's going to sit out in the snow. But at the end of the day, you can't help us if
true.
you have
Yeah.
no spell slots left. He
Like,
at least can.
Yeah, I'm good. And even if I get caught, kind of, I can rage up and kind of soak some damage and scream like a little girl until you guys get to me,
And use handheld weapons instead of just.
and keep my armor on maybe until you get to me.
Neither of you can face death in the snow and you're fucking metal. So you're like a fucking martini shaker out there.
As you step onto the snow-covered streets of Eden and start making your way back to the
Downtown.
to the temple of Tyr, you hear the sounds of wolves howling in the darkness. You hear the sounds of wolves carrying their howls carrying on the night air. The only sound that seems to be out here.
I howl back.
You howl back?
Yeah.
Is any specific message that you're trying to push out to the wolves, or
Fuck off, maybe?
It's the most safe thing you could possibly do.
Oh,
Howl at wolves.
it's for them to be careful because there could be dangerous people in the woods.
got you?
I don't want them to get hurt.
There is an aggressive howl back following your message. And as you push
We are the evil.
as you push back towards the Temple of Tyr, you hear the sounds first of not just the howling, but the sounds of branches breaking.
I thought it was just like an ambiance thing.
Me
Oh,
too.
we were
Hey,
told
Travis,
uses
Travis,
wolf.
is the
And I-
branch breaking on the left side of the tree or the right side of the tree?
I don't know. As
How close are they? Travis, how close are they?
Told Travis we
you're
were
not
close
there.
enough.
You're
no,
not
that's
there.
why I'm asking how close they are.
Oh, they're
If
not
they-
they're not back yet. They're still like you can't hear them scream. You're still trying to organize the militia. Esme is
No, I've organized the militia and I'm
Yeah,
sitting
it's been an
creepily
hour.
not moving.
oh yeah, but you have it takes time. It's not like they're a regular militia. You have to like explain to these dumb town folks. Now this is what you do. If you see something, tell a buddy. You know what I mean?
See something, say something.
Yes, you're out there trying to explain.
See something, say something.
You're out there trying to explain this simple thing. They're like, oh, okay, don't just silently die. Okay.
I feel like I should have had this conversation with Cassian and Willow before they fucking left, but
And as you're
We took a buddy system. If we see somebody, we'll say something.
and as you kind of set
Do
the
they hear
scene
me
here.
howl? Because that would tell them something is dumb.
yeah, could we hear Willow howl?
No, you're like inside a building with hundreds
then
of
the
people.
wolf will be further then.
So then can Esme's familiar have heard? Did you hear that?
Yeah, but
I would have heard it because I'm
but Esme
technically
is
there.
blind and deaf down a hall in a room.
Yeah, but like I would know that she did that because I'm technically there.
Oh yeah, no,
Yeah.
you would have heard
I'm
her howl.
still in
Yeah,
familiar.
Can you roll to see if you think it's a dumb idea or not?
I don't think they need to roll, Meg. I just
But you
don't
can
think there's a
unconnect.
roll.
Come tell me, can you not?
Listen, it's what Willow would do.
All
We
right,
have bait, guys.
So-
We're safe. We just
Better
give
decision?
Beatrix to the bad guys.
Decision is.
as I set the scene, you're walking through. You just left the intersection and you're walking towards the church. You're about 5-10 minute walk from the church. You hear the sounds of animals in the forest around you. As the sounds of wolves growling and you can start audibly hearing the growls.
Time to pick up the pace, guys.
As you kind of walk, Beatrice kind of gets in close and goes,
We run.
oh, you run? You start running? Beatrice takes off right behind you. She's like, these are some of her most dreaded toys. Oh my God. And she's like, they're going to tear us asunder. They're going to tear us asunder. And she's running as fast as she can. Can I get perception checks from you two? And the ferret.
Yeah.
I don't know what the perception check on a ferret is because you'd actually have to check that. You'd have to look up.
I could tell you. Hold on. I got it.
Oh, she's prepared. She did her homework.
That's a
14.
9.
What?
I got a
9.
5.
14.
14. As you're running, the only person who sees it, you guys have the ferret's eyes are right ahead. Cassian's bolting. You have Beatrice right beside you, keeping pace as fast as she can. You have the eye. You can see the light from the church just down the road, maybe a few hundred meters.
I'm yelling, danger! Danger!
Willow, you see sets
I'm
of
at the
red
very back.
eyes. You see sets of red eyes into the darkness that blink in and blink out of existence as they're keeping pace with you on the sides.
Danger. Loudly.
I'm gonna
Danger,
see
danger, Will
this,
Robinson.
and I'm gonna like blink Binks out and come back to me,
So you blink
So, like,
things back
Esme?
to you.
and I'm gonna go out of the room, shut the door,
Mhm.
hoping Antoine doesn't take it back, and gonna go find Neve.
As you
And let her know.
as you rush out, you see Antoine sitting around a group of children with a small book out telling a story.
Aw.
And you see Antoine being like, and this is when the princess told the prince that she loved him eternally and they would live happily. Hello, Esme. Have you left my room?
No,
Why did Antoine get likable? When did that happen?
Yeah.
He's
now
a
now I wanna save
priest.
him.
He was very unlikable for multiple
Yeah.
levels.
He's kind of an asshole, you know?
Yeah.
He's our asshole, if that means anything. I don't know.
That's what it is.
I was just reading the children here a bedtime story. What can I do for you, Esme?
you should probably put that away. There's some danger coming. And then she runs away.
Oh, so we're going to announce the danger in front of the children. Okay, cool. Now you go back to your parents and bunker down. They were just joking about the danger, okay?
No, good.
Don't cry. Oh my
They're all
God,
gonna
they're
die.
crying. Every one of them's crying, and the sounds of scattered children run back to their parents as everyone in the inside of the temple hears that danger's coming, and everyone kind of holds their families close, and you can hear the sounds of people being gasping and people's concerned voices carrying as you see the mayor and some of the militia groups that you've set up kind of pull away from the group and surround the town's folk themselves. Everyone takes a very
I'm gonna
defensive
go-
posture in here.
I'm gonna go up to Neve and I'm gonna say, I don't know what it is, but there's something coming. Willow was yelling danger and they were running full speed. I don't know what's going on, but there's something bad coming.
Where are they?
They're on our way back. I don't know.
How far?
Maybe like 5-10 minutes.
As you're all running, you see the church
I'm
getting
taking the
closer.
rear, like I said.
You see the church getting closer and closer and closer. The sounds of the growling closing in and closing in. You turn off the main path, running up the path to the church, and you see them take almost like a defensive walking position. As you look over your shoulder, Willow, to take one last glance as Cassian comes up behind you as you're getting to the doorway of the church. You see 6 glowing eyes, 3 sets glowing eyes walking around the exterior just out of the darkness, only their eyes visible, as they kind of slowly start walking around on the other side of the road in between trees, kind of perched up, looking, observing.
Can I cast light on the tree that they're walking near?
Lights a touch spell.
Touch my blade. Touch my blade.
I touched your blade?
Light on my blade.
Then the light on your basket drops.
No.
The light on your basket drops,
Okay.
and you have a glowing sword you're kind of standing in the doorway. Beatrice opens the doors and runs in. You see the door.
I'm gonna go to the middle of the road.
You see the door. You see the door open and the light from inside shoot out. As those of you inside see Beatrice run in, her face white with fear as she just runs in and takes a defensive position up near the mayor. And you see her draw her sword and her dagger as she takes up a defensive position between the doorway and
indoors with the kids. That's ludicrous.
the wolves seem to eye you up. You can hear them.
I'm gonna like westernly slowly, like, that close up of the handsome man somberly walking in the middle of the road with a glowing sword, and I'm going to stab it into the middle of the thing, and I'm going to start doing a little prayer to Lathander to get ready for this purging of evil.
In the middle of the road?
Yes, you see.
I have bonfire where I see them.
You cast bonfire. Light erupts, and for a second, while light erupts where the eyes are, for a second you see the images of 3 large canine creatures. Their faces contorted, their fur patchy, but black as black can be. Their extended snarls with teeth protruding from their jowls, jagged. No manner
Could I have like a history or like a religion or nature check?
And
or
these
something?
incredibly bright red eyes, as they have almost like a hunch as they're harled up. When the light from the bonfire erupts, they push back into the darkness again. You catch a glimpse of that.
Scared of the dark.
You see Cassian in the middle of a dark street with a glowing sword into the ground as he sits there sailing and saying a prayer silently. Those of you looking out from the entrance of the church see the bonfire off into the woods, and you see just in the middle of the street about 15 meters before that bonfire, you see Cassian sitting there, sword in ground, praying, and Willow at the entrance to the church.
Okay. So are all of the useless townsfolk who can't fight surrounded by people who can?
Yes.
Okay.
They have listened to your instruction to the letter.
Okay. I am gonna crawl up into I'm gonna walk up the wall up to one of the broken windows and see if I can get eyes on where those wolves were through the broken window.
So you want to try to pry one of the boards open? Because all the windows are covered with boards.
Oh fuck. Okay.
Oh fuck.
No, I don't. I'm going to go above. So I'm assuming the entrance to the church, the entrance to the sanctuary, there's probably some sort of architectural feature above the doorway. I'm picturing like a
Yeah.
Gothic style.
Yeah, it's that
Yeah.
those double doors that open up with they kind of have the peak. Yeah.
I'm gonna stand over top of the door
Okay.
with my rapier and my dagger ready.
Okay.
Not your bow?
No, I'm just gonna drop on people.
You can also sniper them from far away.
I could sniper them from far away, but
Just stand in the doorway. I'm going to
fine.
lure them
I'm
like
gonna go
moths to a flame.
I'm gonna go up into the farther up into the rafters then and ready my bow.
You also come outside.
Travis, would I have seen or read about any of these types of creatures?
Give me a
or
religion
evil?
check.
Hell yeah.
For Willow, you can give me a
18.
no
Can I try to?
arcane check.
Arcana.
Arcana.
Good. I have a sweet -1 in that.
Can I do a nature check?
You would
I
have never seen
7?
them. It would have happened
Really?
before this would have happened before you would have gotten to the door.
18 religion.
18 religion. Cassian. I'm gonna send a text message to Cassian.
Who's praying in the snow?
Can I just try to blast one of them? Like,
If you want to try, they're pretty far out of range, and you're only seeing their eyes as they move between trees and stuff. It's not like they're outwardly being aggressive yet.
Okay, so
You as this is all getting ready, and you're all kind of on edge,
I know.
staring. Can I get perception checks from those of you outside right now? Actually, and Neve, because she is actively looking out the windows and looking out the
Yeah.
door.
So not me.
Are you actively looking outside? What do you? So were you in this whole mess?
Well, I ran up to Neve to let her know.
And she's
what.
above the. Yeah, you ran up to her, and then she took off running towards the double doors and is hanging upside down from the ceiling.
Yeah.
As you've seen her.
18.
18. Okay. What are you doing, Esme?
Panicking. She's just like, I don't know what to do.
I guess standard action.
Panicking as a standard action. Got you. Anxiety, just add a 10. As you're kind of just trying to play it cool, but at the same time, you have no idea what you're doing. Because a week and a half,
Not used to it.
so like 3 weeks ago, you were in university, studying art. And now you're with these people in the middle of a small town with God knows what else is outside.
Yep.
Neve,
She's
as
just
you...
gonna like
Yeah.
look around like, I don't know what to do.
Neve,
Ready yourself for battle! Fuck! I yell at her as I watch her panic.
I am like, okay, and I pull out. What do
Where's
I
your
have? I don't
fancy
know.
art?
I'm running out of space.
For what?
Don't have a lot of spell slots left.
Then can I toss her? What kind of weapons do I have?
I have my painter's palette. I can get that out.
you draw your painter's palette.
Oh, I picked up an extra dagger while we were in the jail.
Oh yes,
After we'd escaped?
That's correct.
So I'm gonna drop
dagger?
it. No, I'm gonna drop it next to her from the ceiling.
A dagger
Like,
clinks to the ground in front of you.
Figured it out.
Pointy end goes in the bad guy.
Okay,
Pick it up. Pick it up. Yeah. Knife. Stab.
I'm not used to regular knives. I just have my painter's knife.
Right. You're gonna learn.
Okay.
Neve, as you kind of
Really,
turn
this is not
around,
the best place to learn.
probably not the best place to learn, she says.
Oh,
Really,
you
we
learn
should've
how
had
to
like
die, so one way or the
We
other.
should have had a crash course before.
You what?
We should have had a crash course before.
Well, you went and had a nap.
I like my sleep. She'll pick it up and she'll just like.
Oh, that's weird, Travis. Side note, my D&D Beyond character is not translating to the Forge. I guess I might have to update it.
Yeah, just don't worry about it. Just use your D&D Beyond sheet for now.
Okay, yeah. That's what I'm doing now. Nothing's changed. Like nothing I've done was affected by it, but it's like a good thing I noticed because
Yeah.
that's a level 3 compared to now.
All right, gotcha. No worries.
Bad enough that I'm never going to level up
I'm gonna
again.
yell.
So
So Neve's 18 perception check. As you're kind of glancing out the window, kind of looking, you have your night vision. So The sources of light obviously are incredibly bright, and you can just
90 feet.
and you can just barely see the outlines of these creatures in the darkness as their forms blend in perfectly with the darkness around them. You see a small figure walking down the road that your companions had just.
Oh, I don't like this.
It's a fucking child, isn't it?
I'm gonna grab. What do I have on me? Fuck. How thick are these windows?
How thick are they? Like the glass?
Yes.
Normal glass thickness. I've never been asked that question before. How thick's the window glass?
So stained glass is leaded, right? So it's much more fragile. It's got a lot more
Sure.
seams.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna take the heel end of my dagger, or actually my rapier because it's bigger, and I'm gonna smash out the window.
But you're above the doorway. There's no window.
You said I was looking out a window.
No, you were looking out the doorway. Like I thought you said you were upside down looking out.
All right, and I don't need to smash a window. Perfect. Then I'm gonna yell to them. Something else is coming. Get inside.
You see a small figure, the size of the outline of a child walking down the road.
Right.
At the end of my prayer, I'm going to be casting protection from good and evil on myself.
Got you.
Can anyone else see this? Am I the only one that can see this?
For now.
Does anyone else see the small, wee, creepy child?
I'm gonna cast Create Bonfire 60 feet away from myself on that path.
The light illuminates, backlights the figure of a small girl. She's in a black dress with white lace trim. She has jet black hair pulled back
Wednesday?
I've seen this movie.
into a braided ponytail.
She's going to give us 7 days. We're good, guys.
You can stay right there.
Can you guys just?
She's wearing black buckled shoes. And she seems to be floating above the snow, walking on top of the snow, not leaving indents.
I have like a Eldritch Blast like brewing in my hand, being like, "You're gonna stay right there."
I'm gonna draw my bow at her.
We don't want to fight inside because the kids are inside.
Yeah.
I just want my playthings.
Okay.
Can I hear that?
I'm a blast.
Can I hear that?
All right, roll to attack.
Whenever she says that, I'm also going to be like, and come
21.
get me. And I'm going to be like holding my sword, my glowing sword.
So is the door to this church open?
Yeah.
Okay, I'm gonna go to
21,
like
Jeff.
the doorway so I can like see what's going on. But I'm still like inside. I just want to be like in the doorway.
25 to hit, sir.
21 to hit.
21 to hit. All right. Your Eldritch Blast reaches out and punches through, and you see this mist form and swirl around. Same thing with your arrow, and all of a sudden the figure reforms. She looks.
Do I not even get to roll for damage?
No,
passes
it's just
right
an
through.
illusion. You're just a coward then.
I just want to play. Why don't you come play?
I'm
Oh,
going
I'll
to start.
play.
I know. I'm not going to walk. Not yet.
Come play with me. I am so alone.
And I want to look back. I want to do a perception check on the faces of, like, especially the bartender.
Horrified.
chick?
The answer is horrified.
Does she recognize her?
Oh God, yeah. They are completely petrified. She is shaking, visibly shaking.
How
far
old is this
away-
girl?
7 or 8 years old.
So she has
far away
Girl,
is she
you have been a
from-
very bad girl. You are definitely in trouble. Probably grounded.
The
How far
only one
away
in-
so
Oh, sorry.
bad? You need to go sit in your room. You wait till we come home because trouble. You're in it.
Give me
You're in it.
give me an intimidation check.
How far away
at
is she from the
disadvantage.
church?
That's a
It's a
nat
good
20
roll.
rolled,
At disadvantage.
which was before it rolled before you said disadvantage. So I mean, like, I feel like the instructions were not there.
Instructions unclear.
Vic, what were you saying? What are you doing?
How far away is she from the church?
Like 80
Did
feet.
you just roll 2 nat 20s? Oh my god.
Fuck you, nat 20.
I am going to, because she's asking if she wants to play, right? So I'm going to take out my my book and I'm gonna draw like the most beautiful doll that I've ever drawn in my life, and I'm gonna pull it off the page. I'm gonna whip it as far as I can at her and be like, "Here, play with this then."
So you use your creation ability for the day,
Yes.
and you whip a doll. So you see Esme write and draw this beautiful doll. She pulls it out of the page, and it's a real tangible doll. Its
And
arms,
it's totally like
its arms
this
waving like a toy. And she's like, "Play with this!" And she fires it outside into the snow as it lands about. Give me a strength check to see how far you whip this doll.
Just so you know, the total of my disadvantage nat 20 persuasion roll is 24.
24, got you.
16.
16. It makes it most of the way there, and it lands in the snow, head first with the legs kind of dangling out. It just sits there in the snow. She looks.
Toys are for good girls. Don't you dare touch that. You know what you have to do.
I'd rather her play with that than us.
She looks. She stops.
Actually, here.
Her walking stops as she kind of locks eyes with you, Megan, after saying that. But all I want to do is play.
You're very bad. You don't get to play right now. You sit there and think about what you did. That's a thing, right?
But why?
Because you're bad. You hurt all of the people. You made them sad. And
No. I was just playing. I was just playing.
When you play with people, it is an equal relationship where both people have to be having fun. If it's not, then you're just bullying. See, now you're being a bully.
All my toys have fun. Every one of my toys have fun. You should see my collection.
Yes.
Where is your collection?
Let's see that collection. And I'm just gonna pull the sword out of the snow.
You have to come play.
No, you can just tell us where it is.
I told you, you're in trouble. You're in timeout. You're in timeout until we get there.
Do I see any of the glowing eye creatures getting?
Oh, they're hovering in the back. They're not coming up front. But when are you going to play? No one has played for a very long time. We're gonna go play
tomorrow, but you're in timeout until then.
Give me a persuasion check with advantage because you've rolled such a high. Now you're trying to persuade an entity to go to its room and think about its thoughts.
20.
What?
20.
A fucking course you did.
Not a nat 20, it's a 20 total.
She looks at you. Okay, I'll go home and I'll wait in my room for you. But if you don't come play, I'm going to turn everyone into my toys.
Solid deal. You time out.
And with that, she kind of looks at you. She looks at the doll. The doll hovers up in the air and kind of pulls towards the little girl. I like this. This is nice. And with that, she disappears and fades out, the doll dropping to the snow, landing.
She would take it with her?
And you see the eyes of the creatures that were watching you and stalking you eventually pull into the darkness and leave. And you no longer see them or hear them. As the entire night goes still and silent. As all you can hear now is the wind on the trees and the sounds of your breath in the cold night air.
Oh, I can't believe that worked. As well, just gonna go inside and be like, well, I saw someone yell at their kid one time, and I didn't think that actually worked, but
you didn't even have to count to 3.
Yeah.
Ezra's gonna run out into the snow and grab the doll and brush it off and then put it in her bag.
Oh, yeah, we'll bring that with us. That's all part of the plan, guys. Travis fell into our trap by making her touch it. We're good. Don't worry about it.
As you all kind of rush in and shut the doors behind you for the evening, Beatrice kind of looks at you. She hasn't changed. She hasn't changed a bit. She looks just like she did the day everything went wrong.
Well, she's probably undead now.
She's definitely a lot meaner.
Did you not consider that she was undead, considering that's what she was creating?
Brandon, you're muted, bud.
Thank you. Her playthings are creatures of, the foulest stories. I remember reading about such hounds.
Regardless,
Well, we've at least bought ourselves some time.
she looks just like the days we used to play.
Yeah, well, she's undead, so that's...
So when you used to play, was there anything that she was especially weak to?
Like, was she particularly clumsy? Did she trip on rocks a lot?
Like, did she burn herself and that hurt real bad?
She lactose intolerant,
She has
How does her
She has
body
an allergy,
She does not do well with gluten. No, who would remember that?
I have a cupcake that I can force feed her if we need.
No, she was just a normal girl who loved playing outside, inside. We would go to lessons together.
What kind of games did you guys play?
Oh, we loved hide and seek.
Of course you did.
Oh, she's gonna do invisibility shit. God damn it. Alright, everyone get pocket sand.
She always had the greatest toys.
It's glitter that you want.
She
It
had
sticks to everything.
her mother taught her how to sew at a young age, and she was very good at making her own toys. And she had plenty of little dolls we used to play with in her room. She had the most beautiful dollhouse I'd ever seen.
Say we rest and we head up to burn her house deal with her in her room.
Burn her house to the ground with her in it, yeah.
Right to the ground. Through
She has to
righteous
stay in the room
fire.
until we get up there, so...
No one's been up to that house, and the mayor comes up at this point. No one
Nobody's going to be able to either.
The house itself is just south of here. Continuing on this road. No, sorry, wrong accent. The house here is just down this road here to the south.
Yeah, you told us about the little path that might be overgrown.
Yeah, but the problem with this is the snow. The carts that will usually take there will not be able to traverse in such a deep snow.
That's okay.
You will have to unfortunately do this on foot.
After a nice long rest, we should be fine.
Fit?
Do you make fun of my accent, or are you...
Almost exclusively behind your back, but hey, it's a new day.
I've never met such saviors with such a rude disposition.
Well, you did drug us and lock us in a basement, so...
I
not
personally do not partake in the...
I feel like you knowing about it and not warning us makes you just as guilty.
The whole see something, say something, we taught you.
The offense. It's hard to say.
My goal is keeping the lives inside this town alive.
You know, if any of you had even a stitch of honor when she made this agreement with you, you'd all have offed yourselves so that you were the only choice.
There was no agreement. There was just simply what we were told.
Yeah,
and
you're all
what we
cowards.
did.
No, you're all cowards.
Big crybabies, too.
Mm. Every single person you've sacrificed to her, I want you to picture on your dying breath, her suturing them up like fabric. That's what I want to haunt you for the rest of your days.
And he's like, I invite you to look at the children over there playing with toys and...
Oh, don't try to take the moral high ground because you have kids.
If you'd all offed yourselves when this first became a problem, none of them would exist and none of them would be tortured with this shit.
Yeah, you created a situation where they needed to be protected.
You brought children into this. It's on you. You decided to have kids.
Yeah, it's a little bit fucked up to bring children into
in an environment like this.
I think their mistake is they didn't get the proper church here. If they would have had Lathander here, he never would have stood for any of this.
Their mistake is they all fornicated like bunnies and had too many children, and now she expects more toys because there's a bigger population.
You all have...
You couldn't put in your plans, eh?
The mayor... You all have the luxury of growing up and knowing different. Growing up and knowing what it's like to live outside of this here prison that we have been born into. To sit there and judge as an outsider is a luxury I do not have. All I know is
a lot about our lives.
It's a luxury we almost never had either.
You do not understand. And that is fine.
Some of us do.
So you grew up in a small town that was plagued by a undead or... you were just saying undead. You were just saying undead. You just said she's undead, she's undead, she's undead. About 88 times.
Yeah, but when you confirm it, it just makes it...
The townsfolk are just repeating what you're saying back to them.
Sure.
Gotcha. Undead damage resistant.
Whatever. But... So you grew up in a town surrounded by an undead plague that kept you trapped and would feed upon your citizens.
I did grow up in a place with a lot of undead, so yeah, you're not far off.
Well, apparently you are allowed to leave where you're from, and we will not.
I had to leave where I'm from, but that's none of your business. What I'm saying is you are all in a prison, so you create a prison for others, and then you sacrifice them, and you can continue pumping out kids like bunnies.
We are not allowed to live our lives.
Why? What's it worth if you're constantly having to kill others? Why are your lives more important that you continually sacrifice a long line of travelers who have nothing to do with your shithole, so that you can keep pumping out children to only
die every day? People die every day without their purpose. We give their death meaning.
You give their death meaning? Fuck you. I'll give your death meaning.
Okay, doctor. Not seeing any more patients today.
You sacrifice one more person, and I'll give your death meaning. You'll be the next body on that cart.
Maybe it's time for us to take a nap.
He kind of looks at you, and he says, well, when Rose gets a hold of you, and you're on your last breath, know that she will take her frustration out on them. And he points to the kids. So your failure.
Well, like I said previously, if you hadn't pumped them out, they wouldn't be suffering.
He just shakes his head. To judge from a high position of morality is a gift we do not have. And he walks away.
It's nighttime.
Now, I'm gonna obviously flinch at him, but like...
He just walks away.
If no one's taking the closet room, I'm going to take the closet room.
I'm going back to Antoine's room.
You will find Antoine's room is locked.
Well,
and there's a neat pile. There's a neat pile of your stuff set just outside the door.
What a dick!
I'm asleep.
Everyone starts to calm down for the evening. The word, and they clearly you were not quiet about what you were doing. You were yelling this to the person, so everyone kind of heard the conversation. Everyone knowing that Rose was going to wait until tomorrow, so everyone's sleeping a little bit better, knowing that she isn't coming tonight, or at least she said she wasn't.
A villain has never broken their word before.
I'm going to insist that the watches still take their shifts.
Oh, of course. That would just be silly if you didn't. But
be rolling dice.
You spend the evening before bedding down for the night, reassuring the watches, reinforcing the front door, all the other entrances, all the windows that were boarded up. You have people permanently beside, looking through whatever cracks they can see outside. Every so often, someone at the front door opens, checks around, shuts, relocks. There is eyes literally everywhere as you all start to set up for an evening's rest. Are any of you going to be with the watches? Are you guys going to do rotating watches, so one of you's up with each watch?
Yeah.
Yep.
Okay.
And in the morning, I'll be up, but I'm going to be cooking.
Gotcha.
But I'm still up and paying attention.
All right. So as we kind of get to that point where everyone beds down for the night, I'm not going to roll dice. She promised she wasn't coming back till you were coming there tomorrow. So for all intents and purposes, go ahead and hit yourself with a long rest as a night of edginess and a deep-seating foreboding for tomorrow fills you all. knowing what you have to deal with in the upcoming day. And that's where we're going to take a break, give everyone a chance to kind of stretch your legs, have a snack, and we'll be right back after this break. So welcome back from the break. I refueled on hot dogs and chips. It was a great break.
I'm still eating chips.
I'm also still eating chips.
I finished my snack.
So did I.
Inspiration?
Travis doesn't give out inspiration.
We don't do inspiration
ever.
here.
You don't do level ups, inspiration, or fun.
No, I just do depression, sadness, and cold, as I've been called
Well,
out.
where's our fun campaign?
Travis puts the pain in campaign.
Where's our trip to the circus or the zoo or
Where's our beach day?
where's our Candyland?
Or our beach day.
Where's our beach day? We had a beach day in one of our campaigns.
Yes, that's the only campaign you've ever given me inspiration in, Travis.
Where you tried to drown them. But sure.
Hey, this is a dangerous world. And anyway, welcome back from our break.
Obviously not dangerous enough to level up.
We're going to say that we all awaken the next morning. Some of us head to, as Willow said, the first thing you do when you wake up is head to the kitchen. There are a few other husband and wives in there prepping food for their families that they had brought with them. Some of the families, as soon as lights kind of caressed the trees, they packed up and started leaving and heading back home. The Antoine Markov comes out of his room fully rested, kind of
Esme's
looks
standing right there.
at the door.
Yep.
So he opens the door and you're just waiting for him.
Yep.
You kind of open the door and kind of just, that is, that's kind of a weird way to wake up. I won't gonna lie. Is there anything you could have knocked at any point in time?
Did you sleep well? Did you have a nice night's rest?
Well, not really. I spent a lot of time reading, consulting Tia, kind of seeing where he wants me to go here. But then I slept. I slept for a few hours, you know?
Mm-hmm. In your nice warm bed?
Well, you had a nice warm bed.
You know, you're not really a gentleman. And she's going to turn around and, like, flip her poofy hair at him and walk away.
Let everyone stay in your church. Save a bunch of people. Feed the poor. Get yelled at by strange people with a complex. Join the church, they said. And he kind of just walks down the hallway and he's like, no, breakfast. And he kind of darts in and he sees Willow cooking away. He sees some of the people cooking away. He kind of jumps in. What are you cooking there, tall one?
Well, there's scrambled eggs, there's sauteed mushrooms and a red wine mixture. Just your normal breakfast.
This is a lot better than the breakfast I usually make for myself. I just normally boil the eggs and have some bread.
This is not for you.
Oh, you're not sharing. You're just using my eggs.
Yep.
Okay.
This is full. I brought some supplies from the tavern, so no. No, this is just for us. It seemed like a make your own breakfast kind of day with all the people in here. Just push past him.
I guess I'll just boil myself some eggs then. Oh, look, there's no more eggs left.
I'm gonna come in.
These are eggs like
One, you can have my breakfast if you want.
Okay, cool. So he goes over to his eggs. He starts boiling his eggs.
Each breakfast.
Fine.
I made it special.
To be honest, that sounds very suspect. And he's eating. He's sitting there putting his eggs into boiling water.
I was just gonna have a brothel breakfast, but
I'm having a couple of eggs and some stale bread if you want to jump in on it.
Oh, this breakfast is more than enough. I was just gonna have some whiskey and left with thoughts.
We all live different lives. This is such a different life. As he kind of just goes.
Sorry,
You never had whiskey for breakfast?
No, if I feed the pig and the ferret breakfast as well, there's not enough left over for you. Sorry.
So we're feeding the. Okay, yep. No, I understand completely. I don't understand completely. This is kind of mean. And he kind of just mutters to himself over the boiling his eggs.
He's my best friend, and you are less annoying than you used to be, but not great. Not great.
It's a weird feeling being like you helped with one hand and slapped with the other. You know, just keeps you on your toes, really. But you know, we all still appreciate everything you're doing for us. And if you ever seem to, I mean, I didn't know anything about the evil girl and the sacrifices. I feel like I was just in the dark about that as you were. I would have definitely been against it.
Willful blindness.
No, they just don't like me. Now they like me because I have the church and none of the oogly boogies beat them in the middle of the night. But if you guys make it back from wherever you're going today,
Wait, you're not coming with us now that we don't have to protect the people. You could march up there with us and show us the might of Tyr.
Now you see,
I would love to see it.
You see, I have a cousin. He was a warrior of Tyr. I was the preacher of Tyr. See, my job is to maintain a flock. He is.
Didn't we have the conversation that you didn't have a flock?
Apparently, I was possibly gaining a flock. There's these two old guys that came in and just chatted my ear off last night. Actually said that you sent them. They very interested in the teachings. I'm going to throw a sermon on if you want to stick around for the sermon.
If you want, I can employ the same tactic I used to gather them with others.
I think you're slowly working away your group here. I think these here companions of yours, as he looks at you all eating around the breakfast area in the kitchen, I feel like they're slowly turning on you. Before long, y'all gonna have a good old group of Tyr worshippers. I can see.
Lathander.
I don't worship anyone.
Not yet.
No. Are you aware that all the people that you're trying to recruit walk aside from the children are all essentially have conspired to commit murder?
Yeah,
Or
but
have committed
what's
murder.
life without a little forgiveness? You know, they didn't have someone like you coming before.
There has to be evil for the good to be defined.
See, this guy gets it. No, you just understand that not everyone, just because they're born here, are evil. They just were in a city situation. And I have faith that Tia is going to give you what you need to cleanse this town and give me a group of people that I can show morality to and teach them the ways of the gods once again. And I think that's why I was sent here.
I say Lathander underneath my breath, like I'm correcting him, like Tyr Lathander. And then I don't, I add it in under my breath so that it's, a revision.
Just know that I'm cheering for you guys. I really hope you don't die in a horrible way alone in the darkness, never to be seen from again. That would just be awful.
If we do, you will tell the story.
Oh, until I'm inevitably killed by whatever repercussions you would have from doing this here mission.
Hey, short story is still a good story, right?
Whoever finds my journal will know our tale.
So what are you gonna do if we're
not
all
a good
killed
read.
and all of these townsfolk go back to kidnapping tourists? And
Oh,
sacrificing them?
I very much have a sneaking suspicion that Rose is not just going to end with like, oh, there's no repercussions. I have a feeling a couple of us are probably going to be murdered.
So why are you staying?
Because it's the right thing to do.
When they try to leave, they have these accidents on the road. Because they don't understand
I wouldn't leave either if I was a faithful man.
Just not leaving on the road and walking through the woods?
That's probably
Well,
worse, to be completely honest, really.
They need everyone would have need to leave at the same time.
If tending to a flock was easy, then everyone would do it.
It's not a calling for the easy, It's work. That's why it's called work.
No one likes a job.
I love my job. Be better if I had a nicer breakfast, but Tia rewards us in different ways.
He'll reward you with another day to live.
His breakfast.
Yeah. Just know that
Enough.
I think you guys are going to come out on top. I really do.
Well, at least I
Is
know
that
I
in
am.
the form of like a spell that might be called bless?
I got no magic. Not yet, anyway. Maybe one day.
You are next to useless, huh? God.
He kind of looks around. It's almost like I've been providing places for people to sleep, and stay
I
safe.
don't think like having a building that's abandoned is like a personal asset.
Reading to the children, keeping everyone calm, giving you all soup.
Hold on. Like, actual question. When you're done muttering to yourself like a crazy person, have you got any weapons that have no religious affiliation that you could give to Cassian for when he takes off his clothes?
He takes off his clothes.
Yeah, it's really weird. He gets naked in the middle of fights sometimes.
like
He doesn't remember
See,
it.
that's something that never was told to me. Can you please explain this? What?
First of all,
Oh, have you ever seen like a male stripper? It's not quite like
Not
that.
recently, no.
what happens in
recently.
battle stays in battle, guys.
Oh, no, I just want a weapon that's not associated with Lathander.
You might get him in trouble with
I'm not going to get him in trouble with God. But it's a different God. How am I going to get him in trouble with his God if it's a different God?
I don't know if like you tell one and that one tattles to the other one.
Who's he going to tell to? He can't even get reinforcements from his church here to help us.
That's not true. I could have probably sent a letter, but it would take some time.
Send a letter.
Well, it takes some time. Like you told her to go to her room today. We're like a couple of weeks away. I could probably get someone here maybe 2 to 3 weeks.
Your sad, boring journal, you might have more time for the letter.
No one told me to send for help. I figured you were the help.
Conversation.
Well, let's not get on to who didn't get who help. You know?
All right, listen. All right, let's say I wanted a sword, right? But I don't want a sword that's associated with a god, because that's not a thing.
Maybe
Do
check
you
the
have a
general
sword?
store. I don't have a sword. Why would I have a sword?
A sword from a tier god would be good.
I agree.
Okay,
It would probably be a good sword, but I don't have such
can-
item.
You can have
A weapon that you carry when you travel in case someone jumps you or
Absolutely not.
Did any of the records say of any treasury or armory that this church would have had holding some any kind of religious artifacts or things to maybe help?
Not.
look in the stone boxes in the crypt again.
Could we borrow from one of them?
I mean, we definitely could. I gotta ting the rings together.
We're supposed to be getting those back. You said.
I have to still do that ceremony to see if I can speak with them.
Attracted by the floating wee girl.
What?
Yeah, Rose came last night. But
Oh, I heard about Rose showing up, and then I heard about the big one telling her to go play with the toys in the room, and she fucked off.
She's in timeout.
Yeah, but we've got to go deal with her today. So, like, any extra weapons that you might have laying around, like, I don't want to pay for them.
You can have your dagger back.
I don't really.
I didn't really.
I'm
use
not
it.
really a fighter. I'm more of a talker. I don't really have anything like that. I usually just carry the good book with me. And, people just kind of don't... No one really kills priests. It's bad voodoo.
We are from some very different places.
I don't think that's necessarily true.
Both of your responses are both concerning for both your soul and for me. Anyway, I'm going to go check on who's left. You can keep your morbid personalities in here among each other. Very good luck.
Should learn to fight. You should learn to fight.
Plus, that's a fun thing you could practice.
Just learn to hold the sword so that people think you know what you're doing.
Those who take up arms are doomed to use them. I don't do that.
Yeah, but as long as you don't lose, you're fine.
So, what would you have done last night if this fight went down?
Prayed really hard. Like,
You
so
would've
much
just been a
praying.
coward back in your room and letting everybody else die.
No, absolutely not. I wouldn't have died in my room. I would have died out there with everyone else, praying.
Yeah. Antoine's likability is back down to about 0 again. He's done it.
He goes back out. Time to go get everyone's morale up. And he kind of you can hear him kind of whistling as he goes down the hallway towards the...
You going to give an inspiring speech too?
Shall we leave?
Yeah.
So as you all...
Do we have a plan for how we're going to get up there? What we want to do when we're up there?
I'm going to leave Poppy in the care of the small stable boy. No, I'm not, because I don't trust his boss. I'm going to leave Poppy in the care of Antoine. And tell him that if he needs more assistance caring for the church, he'll make sure that Poppy is safe and happy while I'm gone.
I would like to send those bodies up.
What bodies?
Of
Burned remains.
oh, we did burn them, didn't we?
Burnt them to a crisp.
Their skeletons would still be there, though.
Features front and
They're
center.
burned husks. It's like someone left a chicken in the oven too long.
Yeah, we could just put cloaks on them.
Oh, can I go out and ask? I'm gonna go out to the general, like to the sanctuary, and ask. Does anyone have long hair that they're willing to donate? Anyone? And I'm gonna eye up some of the people who have longer hair.
I can hear Bruce hammering water right now.
Yeah, sorry guys, that's our noof. He really likes water.
That's
He's a
awesome.
thirsty guy.
Does anyone have hair that they'd be willing to donate? Just a couple inches, not a lot.
Just for fun.
Just it's important. Trust me. It has to do with the salvation of your town. It's real important.
You see a skinny middle-aged man with long brown hair, kind of. He had it in a man bun. He kind of pulls down. Did you want me to just cut it off, or did you want to cut it off?
Take out my hatchet. I can do it.
No. I got it.
I mean, you're more than. He kind of pulls the bun out, and it kind of goes down to this halfway down his chest.
Okay.
I've been needing to get this cut anyway. To be honest, it's kind of just getting unmanageable.
I'm gonna grab his ponytail and then just take out my dagger and just cut it. Go, right, thanks, and just walk away.
It kind of
it's
pulls
not a good.
Leading him a
looks like-
bob.
Yeah, I
He's
left
got
him
like a
with bob.
Lord Farquaad bob going on.
Yeah, it's not even. It's choppy, and then I'm gonna take it and I'm gonna divide it into two.
Yeah.
And I'm gonna walk up to Esme and go, "You're an artist. Do you think you could make some wigs for the dead bodies?"
I
And
mean,
I'm
I
just
can
gonna-
try.
I believe in you. You're a great artist. You're better than I am. And I'm just gonna shove the wigs or shove the hair.
And I'm gonna get a couple cloaks from the townsfolk and be like, just borrow these. It's fine.
Okay, so what are you trying to do? You're being very vague here.
We are gonna dress these very badly burned bodies up with wigs
Whose
and
bodies?
cloaks. The
Granite and
A trowel?
trowel.
Yep.
And then we're gonna attach them to horses. And we're gonna send them ahead of us, about 30 feet ahead of us, towards the path towards Rose's place. We're gonna follow in the woods.
Yep. We're gonna put them so that they're stomach down, hanging over the horses, so that you can't actually see their burnt face. And we're gonna put gloves on, and every other bit of skin is covered, and there's a little bit of hair poking out. And then we're gonna send them ahead on the horses.
Yeah. Okay.
Yep.
And we're following 60 feet back.
I am staying in the wood line.
Yeah, no, we're in the woods.
Yeah.
We're being sneaky.
So as you're outside, out of eye shot of the children and impressionable people, you put together these people crows.
No, Neve has no problems with doing this in front of people, firmly believing that the children should be made aware of what horrible people their parents are.
They're not
This is
seeing
how
what
they
horrible
work.
people their parents are. They're seeing what horrible people we are.
just
So I'm not going to be around when you guys do that.
That's a bell they can never unring.
Listen, they should know how truly awful the world is. Not inviting them over to see this, but
if they see it,
this is what they were born into.
That's their trauma. And
That's their trauma. Everyone's got their backstory. I'm just writing a backstory.
I see a couple origin stories starting right now.
Oh,
So
man.
with that, you prep these decoys and attach them to your two horses.
no, not our horses.
Horses.
Two
No.
horses from town, from the tavern.
Oh, you just steal some other people's horses.
Skillfully acquire.
Borrow.
Borrow.
Okay, so you borrow some horses from the other people, and you're prepping.
Well, 'cause here's the thing. What I know about horses, once they're just out and they're oh, the reins are dropped, nothing's really happening. They'll just walk back home. That's what horses do.
That's actually.
If you ever
legit.
lost, you just drop the reins and the horse is yeah, dumbass, and they take you home.
That's legit. They know where their food is.
So that is my plan. So it's more of a borrow. We're not stealing. They're gonna come back.
Okay,
As long as they don't die.
so you spend a couple hours in the morning putting together this ruse, getting help from Beatrice, who grabs you a couple of horses from the stables. She comes over and she's like, "The owners are no longer with us. We were just going to sell them, but you can use them."
Oh, you killed them, so there's zombies up there.
Okay, thank you for the horses. Goodbye.
I'm gonna kill her.
She kind of says, I do mean this. Good luck.
Cool.
Somehow
That makes up for everything.
weirdly kind of translates to good luck for you as well, doesn't it?
It's really
Well,
self-serving.
all our lives are on the line.
Yes, it seems to be that way.
They really should have been on the line much sooner.
Well, good luck nonetheless. She kind of walks back down the path towards the inn.
You just let me kill her.
No, we're being good.
She's not.
But we are.
We can always kill her later.
I like that plan better. Yeah. She's a piece of shit.
You guys just have never had consequences in your lives, eh?
Well, neither is she. That's the point.
Okay. And with that, I say that by this time your dummies have been assembled and strapped to the horses, and you're looking at that. You have what you need to get done.
I'm gonna see if anybody knows who the first stranger was who fell into the tavern.
No one's heard of them. No one knew who they were. You probably forgot, because it was like 2 months ago. But yeah, no one knew who this individual was.
Just making
So while
sure.
we're
A nameless man.
while we're traveling up the road, or in the forest along the road, while the horses go, because we are in the forest. Remember, we cannot be slowed by difficult terrain, so the snow doesn't do shit.
I'm well aware.
Okay, by all my things, we can't be surprised.
Gotcha. So as you pack up and start heading towards, the mayor kind of walks out. If you go about 5 miles that way, you will see an old oak tree. Large oak tree. Turn there. It used to be the marker. You'll see the path barely. But that is where you follow that up about another mile or two, and you'll go up to a hill, and on there you will see the old estate of the justice. I personally have not been out there since I was a child, but that is where I know it to be.
Okay, do you remember anything about inside? Like where her room was? Do you remember that?
I personally was never in the room of Rose, but good luck in searching, and I do not know what gods you all worship, except for him. He's very loud about it, but
None.
I hope they are watching your back.
I don't think any of us worship gods.
But my boss always makes sure I don't die. So
Yeah, I don't ask questions about that. We probably should, but
I'll be fine.
it's a future problem.
But nonetheless, good luck. And he kind of walks back in towards the church, and you see his kids running around, and he kind of grabs the little boy and ruffles his hair up, and grabs the little girl under his other arm and kind of picks her up, and he kind of walks into the church.
Okay, we ready to...
Let's go, folks.
Okay.
So you head off in the direction south, down the road, towards where they described everything to you.
I can use it sooner. I can use it within 6 miles.
Yeah,
My
but
favorite train.
we're 5 miles, then 1 or 2 miles, so we're 7 miles out. Okay.
What are you shaking your head for?
We're 7 miles out, triangulating with elevation, earth's rotation.
You got it.
We both did really well in nav. It's fine.
So you take off down the road. This area of the road hasn't been walked on. There is no trail. You're just walking on where you assume the road is. It's just this wide open area with the
In the forest.
yeah. And eventually you, after walking for about 40 minutes, way more than 40 minutes. You walk for about an hour and a half.
I was gonna say, we're so fast.
I was like, the math in that. And after about an hour and a half, you find yourself staring at a large oak tree. All the other trees around here are pine or some version of a fir, but this oak stands out as different. As you get up to the oak tree, Give me a survival check there, Miss Ranger.
I double my proficiency bonus for that. That is a 14. Hold on, I gotta do math. Give me a second. 14, 19, 23.
23. As you see the oak approaching, the horses kind of keep going. But as you get up to the oak, you kind of look around and you see a small path that has grown in.
Yep.
And it looks like it hasn't been traveled recently. And it continues off into the forest. The brush has started to grow up underneath, and there's only but a small trail where you can walk on through it. It almost looks like there's no path. With the amount of snowfall you have right now, it looks like you're just wandering through the woods, but you can make out what once was a path.
Cast detect poison and disease as a ritual.
We want to take a second to do that right here.
Yeah.
All right.
While
cool.
she's doing that, I am going to cast Primeval Awareness, which works within 6 miles in favored terrain.
What exactly is the wording on it again?
For Primeval?
Yeah.
As an action, 1 ranger spell slot to sense aberrations, celestials, dragons, elementals, fae, fiends, or undead within 1 mile or 6 miles of favored terrain, which is where we are.
Oh yeah, there's many.
Can I tell how many?
I don't think you can. I think that's part of it.
Yeah.
Why didn't you let Travis? Maybe he was going to tell us.
No, you just feel a blanket.
The rules are the rules.
You feel the blanket feeling of all of that.
Now, am I feeling any poison or disease with this big tree?
Nope. Just a tree.
Many undead specifically. That is
Fiends, aberrations. You're sensing a lot of it.
Good.
Good.
We may want to consider that this should probably be a reconnaissance mission to come up with a better plan, because I don't know that we're going to be able to take on everything that I'm sensing.
The best way I operate is the best plan, or the best plan now beats the perfect plan too late. So
Yes. Eyes closed, head first.
let's do
There's
this.
a lot of them. I don't think you're quite
Let
understanding.
Lathander lead us to
I'm
victory.
not letting anyone who I can't. Nope.
Nope.
You're not understanding what I'm telling you. Holy boy.
In for a copper, in for a gold. We've got this. Let's go.
You throw money around like it's worthless.
You like
It
me?
It's kind of worthless. You can't take it with you to the celestial plane.
Great. Neither of you are helping, so I'm going to turn to Esme. and go, There's a lot of them there. I don't think either of these two are understanding. I don't know that we can take on everything that's up there.
I'm doing pre-stretches. Like I'm just grabbing my knees, bend them up. Like
Like
Yeah.
if we get
you said a lot of them, right?
Regular.
if we get in there and it's bad, we can just run away.
So we're going that way, right?
Yeah, but the horses are going first. We should at least try and get some intelligence before we
That's
go
what-
in.
That's what the horses are for.
Fine.
I feel like we're all gonna die.
Oh, 100% we're going to die. Yeah.
I'm not.
Well, of course we're going to die. None of us are immortal. What a silly statement.
No, I mean,
And I'm
like,
just gonna walk up the path.
I mean, like today, a couple weeks ago, I was just sitting in class, and now I'm out here, and I don't know what to do. I just draw things.
Listen, we all have a time to pass, and if this is our time, then I say we look it in the eye without fear.
You may have lived a long life, but I am only like
I'm still
23
quite
years old.
young. I'm still in my prime.
I'm only 23 years old. I would like to still live. I have lots of life to see, the world to see. I don't want to die. I don't want to die.
Well, then don't. Will against it.
This isn't a plan to die.
No, it's a
Listen,
plan
We
not
don't
to
have
die.
a plan at all. We don't have a
When we
plan
got
at all.
here, our plan was to figure out what had killed that guy, and now we have, and the responsible thing to do is to go set it on fire.
But if it's a if it's not a physical being, that's not going to kill it.
Oh, you can set all kinds of things on fire.
It's
Like,
actually
you
surprising
tried.
how many things that aren't kind of material catch on fire.
Yeah,
you
you'd be
tried
really.
to send your fancy purple magic at it yesterday, and nothing happened. It just went around it like it was
That's
like
'cause it was like a vision or like sometimes like things that are annoying, like to do like illusion magic so that you think
like,
you
how
see
do you
them.
know that when you go up there to set this place on fire, that's not what's going to happen? And she's just going
Pick
to
and
like,
choose. It just consumes. So it doesn't matter if she's in the broom closet hiding for us to pass by, or if she's in her bedroom waiting for us to be there. Either way, the fire will find her and it'll get her. You know?
yeah, until she just like poofs herself out of the house and then comes up behind us and then shanks us all without us even knowing.
Well, then we fight outside, and I have no better tapestry than the wilderness of these lands. What a beautiful backdrop for a glorious combat.
Forest is also very unfortunately easy to set on fire.
Your blood's going to look real good in that snow, you know.
Thank
Real
you.
vibrant on that white snow.
I'm just saying, I expect a painting of this upcoming battle for my birthday. That's all I'm gonna say.
We'll see.
Oh, we can have a birthday party when we're done.
So I'd say that we're traveling up this while we're watching the horses, staying our conversation quietly, while Knave has gone scouting a little ahead.
All right. So what's kind of the marching order here? You have the horses.
The horses in the
It'll
lead.
probably be. Oh, it's daytime, so I don't think we.
Yeah, it's
And we'll still have-
daytime. It's still the morning. It's still like 10
We'll
or
still
11 in the
have
morning.
Neve in the front, just because like she's gonna have like the best view. And then it can be like me, Esme, and then Cassian at the back if you're worried about stuff coming up behind us. And he's the loudest, so I think having more of a distance between the
These
people can
boots
see
are
him
meant
is
for
probably good.
walking, and that's just what they'll do. As I'm bouncing up the mountain.
Right? Just clanging off rocks.
I wish Travis would let me become a bard too. No.
Stay in your lane.
You know that whenever
I'm
he's
not
like
coloring or drawing.
marching order, you know there's a map coming up? He's got his map face on.
No,
Oh, true. He has his mad face on.
I'm
Ladies
waiting.
and gentlemen.
I'm waiting on Teresa to come back. Is what I'm waiting
Yeah,
on.
show us
Yeah.
the map.
Marching
Oh.
orders for maps, Travis.
My good
Sorry, he's
God.
just on the phone.
All right, so Teresa and then Esme, or Teresa, and then you, then yeah, Cassian's in the
Mag.
Yeah, because
Cassian's.
I'm a like a meat shield for Esme.
Gotcha.
And I'm the back, smaller meat shield.
Yeah.
See, you're not going to die. We'll die first.
Oh, I hope so.
Lathander will shield you from danger.
Yeah. So
We've survived this. I think you all owe Lathander a thanks.
I don't think our survival has been Lathander based activity.
I don't want to say
Like
it's
you
not.
laying on the ground, kind of dead.
Like, which would you rather? Say thank you if it was him, or not. Let's just play it the two scenarios. If it is right, let's just say Lathander's directly involved with keeping us safe on this glorious day, and you don't thank him. How shitty would that be when you meet him later in life? Because like you've done such a good deeds for him, he'll obviously see you at some point in the afterlife. So what would you do if it was like, hey, you didn't thank me after that one time when you could have?
You only get to see him if you die?
Well, I see him a few times every week. I mean, every session. So I mean, you don't have to die. You could just get real close.
Oh, okay. That is true. You do get close to dying.
Yeah. And you know what? It's every time I see more and more of the bigger picture.
Oh, is it like the first time you saw like his ear, and the next time it was like his knee?
why those body parts? Why those ones?
I don't know. You can tell a lot about someone by their ears
Knees?
and knees.
I find that you know a lot about them by their weenuses.
No.
If they're weathered, you know they're a working man and you can trust them.
Right? And if their knees are weathered, you know that they might have a night job.
And not to trust them with your coin purse. You know what I mean?
Yes. All right, so we're marching.
I'm so sorry, guys.
No shame if that's your job.
All right, as you push through the snow-covered forest on what you hope is to be the path, your horses push up ahead of you.
We should have taken one of them with us.
A horse?
No, we
Should've
should have took
taken
Beatrice with us.
Oh, they're useless.
Yeah, but
Sacrifice. You want to
Fathers
fail
has
stealth
its
rule?
place.
That's that. You know?
They love to sacrifice, so maybe they should have offered to sacrifice themselves.
I agree. They should have all just stopped having children. This wouldn't have been a problem in a generation.
Well,
Well, we could always take their children to orphanages in the cities and solve the problem that way afterwards.
true.
I mean, since they will all be, murdered, the evil ones at least.
We just let all the adults be her sacrifices.
The deal was they stand beside us and they live. If they don't, we kill them. I'm just saying, I don't see them beside us right now. I see a lot of us and not a lot of them.
Just gonna keep following the horses.
So
You have to move a lot more branches out of the way and duck under a bunch, but you make the travel not too awkwardly.
Oh yeah, Teresa, we already decided that there's a map coming.
Yeah, he has
Yeah.
map face on.
yeah, that's Matt.
He does have map face, that's true.
Yeah.
You all suck.
That could be our first merch, Travis's map face.
Yeah.
Saying it's a map.
Yeah. It's a map. It's a map.
Your horse, as you walk, your horses eventually stop, and they start rearing up, and they don't want to continue anymore.
Well, fuck them.
Hold on. I'm gonna go up and try and calm the horses as the most.
All right, give me an animal handling check.
Can I try to trudge my horse through by, extending my faith to it? Like, everything will be okay. And, paladins are. Oh, hear me out. Paladins have auras. That's what they're known for.
So as you see Neve go up to the horses, and she starts petting the horse and calming the horse down, he stops rearing. The other one kind of mimics his position, but they still don't want to go forward. And give me a perception check.
Do I have advantage in that? Hold on. No, I don't. Yes, I do.
Advantage. Why?
Because I'm in my favorite terrain. It's a good thing I do. Wow, that's 2 nat 1s in a row. I see shit. I'm looking at a pony.
Snowflake right in your eye. Oh God.
So she rolled 2 nat 20s in a row, and you rolled 2 nat 1s.
We've now balanced out.
Remembering though that I can't be surprised.
No.
You don't see anything important.
No, you're not surprised.
Else roll a perception check? Because
No.
I mean,
But the horses are frightened. And you start getting on edge, and everyone starts looking around. And
So am I.
all you see, everyone can start giving me perception checks, except for you. You've already rolled.
I know. I was retiring that dice.
Cassian got a 4.
Well,
17.
Thank God.
Cassian cares more about the sunrise coming up mid-afternoon and appreciating it more than the dangerous surroundings.
it's like it's
Oh, and then-
moving across the.
Kind of like a person on death row, like just enjoying the scenery before he gets to the building,
Your death wish is kind of concerning. Just saying.
I don't know what's going on. So
Antoine? I didn't know he came with us. No.
so what was your rolls again?
17.
4.
Gotcha.
Hard
As
sell.
everyone's kind of looking around, Esme, you're more on edge than them. They seem to be thriving in this environment where you're just like, I don't want to be here. And as you're kind of darting your eyes around, there's a big rock up ahead of you guys, maybe about 60 feet. And
Very
That's a
not
boat.
specific.
as you see a dog-like figure climb up on top of the rock, as two other dark hounds come on each side of it. Their faces snarling, heavy, deep breath, almost like fire, steam coming out of their mouths as their red eyes lock on you. One is on top of the rock, and two are on the other side of it as they square off with you. Give me a second. As they all kind of sit there, they let off a howl and a growl that your horses rear up again, and they take off down the direction you had just come.
Can I try and grab one of the bodies before they go?
Sure. Give me a dexterity check.
While she's trying to grab the body, I'm going to hop off my horse and cast protection from good and evil.
You were not a horse. The only two horses we had were.
I thought we were kind of like walking on horses as well.
No, walking, just standard walking.
Okay. Like the peasants.
I don't know.
No.
+3. No, it's +5.
You have a moral compass for that paladin that I don't understand. You're like super good 1 second, the next is fuck everyone else.
Hey, I have not done anything evil up to this point. I just talked about evil.
16, Trav.
16, yeah, you're able to grab one and their body slides off unceremoniously to the ground. You're unable to hold it up with the one hand you grab it with. It kind of just falls to the ground.
I don't need to hold
but it falls into the snow. As I'm going to have you all, I'm going to bring you all over to a map and get you to roll fucking...
Oh my god, a map? No shit.
Map, it's map.
Sounds like there was a face that he made that told us there was a map. If I don't look at him, I can't see him being annoyed.
Yeah.
17.
17 as well.
Hold on.
+6.
+6?
Yeah.
+2.
Oh no.
Look at my handsome new
Oh
picture
no.
for Cassian.
All right, Cassian, what is your initiative?
Oh, I have not rolled my...
All right, Esme, what is your initiative?
Much like a parrot, Brandon was distracted
What is it?
by his own...
A solid 6.
6?
Ooh.
Our friendly warlock.
17.
I have my initiative now, Travis. 2.
What is it? Sorry, Willow? 17?
17.
All right.
You need to retire those dice, Brandon.
It's the digital dice.
You need to roll real dice then, Brandon.
Yeah.
All right. Sorry,
Well,
Neve.
against you.
Neve,
17.
17.
Yep,
Oh,
better
2
than
on
the
17.
loser.
All right. And
Her dex is higher though, so she'd go first. Which is annoying.
Oh, they all go before we do.
Did you get Cassian's too?
Cassian's 2 is on there. Yeah.
I choose to look at it in the shape of an L for my 2.
You're gonna get fucked up.
Me?
As it is destiny, and Lathander is placed
All
on
right.
2.
As they square off with you, their faces snarling, this blackish red ichor dripping from their mouths. Hold on. Do I have...
This map is called Forced Encounter Hellhounds.
It is.
I gotta stop labeling my maps. I hate all of it. I like how you guys are like, fuck the magic, you know? Just fuck the magic. You know what I mean? Screw it.
Practical people, Travis.
I hate all
We
of it.
want simple things. We want inspiration and level ups.
Also, I think that in the
And smiles.
that Rose
And
should
smiles.
know that I'm disappointed in her because I specifically said she was grounded until we got to her room, and this is not following the rules again.
She's not here.
They are part of her toys, and I believe the instructions were clear.
Okay.
I agree that the instructions should have also been clear.
All right. So this hound is going to... Oh, speed of 50.
Wait, why are they going for... Oh, fuck.
They rolled a lot better than you.
Okay, they can't get to us. Na 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 boo boo.
A 15-foot cone?
Oh, maybe we're fucked.
I'll just miss her.
It just misses me.
Yeah.
Oh.
No, I'm just double checking something. All right. One of the hellhounds rushes up. The other one is going to rush up as well. What the hell is going on? Settle down, Travis. This one is also going to rush up. It's 50 feet to here.
It's in range.
And this one is going to let go with you're going to see it open its mouth, and this red glow in the back of its throat slowly makes its way to the front. And then when it gets to the front, it explodes outward in this cone of fire. I'm going to need a dexterity saving throw from you, Neve.
Which is your specialty, so you should be okay. I know you're going to want to pass this.
Sorry, I was muted. That's a 22.
22 passes. You are half as much than successful. All right.
Do I take any damage from that?
You take half.
Is it poison damage?
No, you're going to take half of 19 fire damage. So 9 fire damage as the fire as you dive out of the way into the snow, your back gets caught and the heat comes through and scorches the exposed areas on your skin. The snow darkened where this hellish fire shot out. I just need to put that there. That's to know what that marker is just for my notice to make sure that I know that thing's used as fire. All right. That was the hellhound's turn. Willow, you're up as one of these hounds charges up, and the other one flanks from the other side. And just as you thought you were out of danger, I'm getting an echo from now. You guys.
It would be Neve first.
Okay,
her dexterity is higher than mine.
Okay, I'll just call her 17.5. All right, Neve, you're up as you dive to the ground and your back gets singed by this fire as you're sitting.
Back up.
How tall are these trees?
Standard pine tree, like, I don't know, like 100 feet, 50 feet. Call it 60.
I would like to go 30 feet up
It's
into
an old
this
forest.
tree. 30 feet up into this tree.
All right, 30 feet straight up. All right,
Yeah.
You have a climb speed, right?
It'd probably be like 5 feet to get into the tree.
That's fine. I have, with Dread Ambusher, I have double my movement in the first round, so I'm not worried. I have
Get it, girl.
70 feet.
You all see her dart to the side, missing the fire, and immediately just run up a tree. Run up a tree, not climb it, run up a tree.
If I am within, the tree is dark inside, right? Because it's covered by snow.
Oh yeah, there's some shadows in there.
Yeah, perfect. I am now going to, hi Bruce. Yeah, you're very lovely. I'm going to attack with my bow, the one that just attacked me. And that is going to be oh god, stop. 16 to hit.
16 hits as you all see an arrow come out of the tree. I have no idea where the arrow came from.
Bonus action. Before I do that, bonus action, Hunter's Mark on said creature.
Oh, Hunter's marked. It's not a bonus action for you to use Dread Ambush or anything. That's just an automatic. It's just a passive trait.
Yes, yep. So bonus action, Hunter's Mark, and then I do, hold on, 1d8 plus another d8.
Bruce is playing.
Where's my other d8? Your little one? My one from this side. I don't know. It's gold. That's exciting. Okay, I guess I'm using that d8. And then, oh, it's right there. It's right there. Hold on. That d8. Plus 1d6.
What? Oh, you're a hunter's mark.
Hunter's mark.
Get it.
It's 4, 2, 2, 8, 11. It's not great. It's 11.
11 to hit.
Yeah. No, 11 damage.
What did you roll to hit?
I rolled it. 16.
Oh, 16 hits. And 11 damage total?
Yeah.
All right.
And then I get to attack again.
It's turn 1.
Because it's turn 1.
Oh, yes. So 11 on the first hit. Gotcha. Gloomstalkers, everyone.
And that is 22 to hit.
22 hits.
Three. 18 damage.
For 18 damage. That is... It is looking fairly rough. Oh, that is not at all what happened. That is... All right. As that happens, you see her dash to one side, run up a tree, and then within seconds, 2 arrows woof, woof, return out of the tree from a location you cannot see the rest of you. As with a whining growl, lets off, that pierces the forest air. You can see the other ones turn and look at their pack member and then snarl at the rest of you all in response. Willow, it is your turn.
Okay. I'm gonna back up
Can't reach you there, Ben.
here.
Yeah.
And let's put. I'm gonna hex him.
Which one?
The guy straight ahead.
The one
one-
that I just hit with the arrows.
All right. It is.
For whatever dexterity. I don't give a shit. And then I'm gonna Eldritch Blast him.
Going in for the Eldritch Blast. Eldritch Blast.
Blasting.
And here I am blasting.
21 to hit.
21 hits.
This. So that's 9, 13 force damage,
13 force damage.
1 necrotic, and then 2 fire. I don't think the fire is gonna work. It's a hellhound.
No.
But
The fire you notice right away doesn't work. But what's the total damage on the other ones?
14.
14 total. The force kind of knocks it to the side and it gets up with like a stumble and it walks with a limp as not the black ichor that's coming from his mouth is now covered is more of a red, has a reddish tinge to it. And you can see bits and bits of this dark red blood surrounding it in the snow. All right. That's your turn?
Yep.
Esme, you're up as all of this is happening.
As my bonus action, I'm going to give Bardic Inspiration to Cassian right behind me.
Cassian, right
And
behind.
I'm just gonna look at him and be like, remember that picture that I drew of us being friends? You remember that?
I
Look at
do.
it. Pull it out and look at it.
Little does she know, it's on the inside of my bracer, so I can always quickly look at it in times of need, just like this.
So
Can I see that from the tree?
Like,
Probably not. He glances at the bracer.
Literally right next to him.
Yeah, you can see him look at his bracer. What does your moat look like? Because now there's something floating around his head that you've all not experienced yet.
What is it?
It's the chibi version of Cassian.
no,
Sandra's gift.
didn't I use that an
No,
episode or two ago?
I don't.
Yeah.
Oh, did you?
I think I did, and I can't remember what I picked.
Oh, it can be different every time. It doesn't be the same.
It's gonna be a rubber ducky.
There's a rubber ducky
Was that
floating.
when Garrett was down? around?
What?
Was that when your ferret was dancing around?
Oh
Like,
yeah, that's what I used. I used
Yeah.
Dinks.
Yeah,
This
'cause
time
I
it's
remember.
gonna be a rubber ducky.
Now you have a rubber ducky floating around your head, Brandon. Ethereally kind of just floating aimlessly around your head. As you are now bardically inspired.
And so that was my bonus. I'm gonna move. Oh, I need to.
Fuck him up.
Kick his ass, Seabass.
Here
You see,
and
Just moving closer. Okay. It's a bold strategy.
good strategy, Cotton. See if it pays off.
I see my cough didn't translate.
I had to move closer because my range is only 30 feet.
That you were within range already.
Was I?
Each one of those tiles is 5 feet.
Where was I? Here?
Yeah.
Oh, I guess so. Okay. Okay.
One of them.
Never mind. I'm gonna stay where I was.
Okay.
And I'm gonna pull my book out and I'm gonna draw my ladybugs. And I'm gonna throw those bitches at that one that's got all the things on it already.
You throw bugs at the Hellhound is already weak. What is the save against that? Or is it to hit?
It's a con save.
Constitution saving throw. $18.
I'm assuming that probably passes.
Yes, I'm gonna go ahead and say it probably does.
Yeah.
It passes. The bugs seemingly crawl all over it, and it pays no attention to them. Your ladybugs that normally dig in and bite, this dog just shrugs off. Its anger pushing through the annoyance of the insects that you'd sent out.
Already has, please. It's like, I know this experience.
Hell fleas are way worse.
Yeah.
Well, that was only a cantrip, guys.
All right, so you use your bonus action, you use your action, and your movement. So you're good? You're done?
I did not move. I'm gonna move.
Oh, sorry.
Back up the bus.
Back up the bus.
I'm gonna move back there.
All right.
On the ground, though, just like trying to be as covered as possible.
She dives into a snowbank. Next up on the initiative, one of the Hellhound remaining in the back is going to use its movement. It's 50 feet movement. It's going to double move and run.
Oh my God.
It's going to dash and run directly at you, Esme.
Was it supposed to go 95 feet?
It's got a 50-foot movement and it dashed, so.
I was hoping you were going to do that, Travis. Like a bug into my web.
Cassie and
Right
Holt.
into my trap card.
Cassie and Holt, it is now your turn as you've seen one just bounding leap towards Esme, who had tried to hide into a snowbank. You see this creature running full tilt.
After, go on the other side.
You could flank.
You could
Flank
flank
easy.
it.
Yeah. So that's I have to keep track of my movement. So 5, 10. Because
That's 15.
I have a plan. Great sword.
Yeah.
Great sword swing.
Going in for the great sword swing.
Yeah. I'll just swing normally. Dirty 20.
20 hits
Ooh.
Normal damage.
for 11 slashing.
I feel like if Cassian just became
Yeah.
a worshiper of Lathander,
Mm.
you might have been a woo girl before.
Mm.
I was definitely a woo girl before.
Woo girl origin story.
I would
This is
say that I moonlight as a woo girl.
Yeah.
This is what Neve, burnt back, is thinking in the tree. What if Cassian was a woo girl?
Travis,
That's why he strips.
Yeah.
I am taking a 5-foot movement away from your creature.
Okay, I'm going to bite you.
Good. Go ahead and roll
Good.
that.
He just unlocked his kink. Aww.
Girl that didn't fight it?
Yeah.
Not naked yet.
Yes. It's coming. Look, Cassian's got his naked face on.
That part of the Magic Mike performance has not begun yet.
18.
18 is. Hold on, my armor's not on there. I forgot to click it back on. That's it.
All right. You're going to take
1 million.
4 plus 3, 7 piercing, and you're going to take 3 fire. As when it bites into you, not only do you get that pain, that searing pain of as its teeth sink into your skin, it burns, almost instantly cauterizing the wound. And as you pull away, your skin is burnt black where the teeth had sunk in, and you can smell your own flesh in the air.
I get fire resistance soon.
Great for hemorrhage control.
Sorry, how much total? I was just trying to get
7 and 3. So 7 piercing, 3 fire.
Awesome. So just go ahead and put a little marker on that. He used his reaction. As May, you can get the fuck out of there and not take an attack. So just saying, I baited that out. And I'm going to continue my movement after I kind of like swing, hit, and just kind of like keep like heading towards the other creature. So that was 5, 10...
15 to get to where you were, and then you moved 5 feet, so you're at 20, so you have 10 feet left.
Oh, sorry. There.
All right, cool. So you're moved. You're good. All right, Cassian does a swing by and keeps running.
Still have a bonus action. No. If I rage, then I start the performance for everybody.
You would have been given a pumpkin cupcake this morning. You can eat that as a bonus action. To gain temporary hits.
How many?
It's just 2.
It's just
well, how much did I get from eating your meal? Temporary hit points.
Oh, that only applies when you use hit die to heal. You get a bonus 1d8.
Oh, okay.
The snack is the extra temporary hit points.
Yeah. Okay. So how many temporary hit points?
2. It's not a great feat, but
So it gets better though.
it's just my proficiency bonus, so it's never going to be good.
Hey,
2 hit points could save you from a death save.
True.
Okay, so
he's running. So so let me get this. Paint the picture. No, he runs up.
I'm going to cast Thunderous Smite into my sword.
Oh, gotcha.
That's like fits the narrative of what your plan was better than like smack. Huh. You know, I'm just gonna have a little cupcake right here.
I picture me like
a little treat for Cassian.
Look them in the eye.
I was picturing Cassian taking the cupcake, wrapper and all, and just smashing it into his hole.
It's a little sneaky snack, you know.
I deserve it. Treat for me. All right, and with that, I need to roll a dice.
No, you don't.
Comes back. For that one. All right, cool. It's this one's turn first, though. This one is going to move its 50 feet.
Oh, Lord. Why me?
They really like you.
Yeah,
It's probably more that they get pack tactics because they're dog based.
It's more that they can smell your fear.
I think that's called metagaming, babe.
It's called fear. They smell it. You're the only one who's deathly afraid. So why would they not go after the one?
Deathly afraid? I'm just a little afraid. Okay.
Okay. As you're deathly afraid, it's going to come in and go for a bite attack.
No.
18 to hit.
Yeah, that hits. Yep.
For 7 piercing and 5 fire damage.
I'm resistant to fire.
You take half from the fire damage then if you're resistant.
2.
Get it, girl.
2. 7 and 2, 9 total. As you go to bat it away and try to bat it away, and it grabs you by the forearm and pulls, and it tears your skin. It burns, but the burning isn't necessarily the issue. It's the tearing that is, as you can feel the teeth on bone as you pull your hand away, and the blood starts to run down your arm.
It's okay. It happened to me too.
I'm gonna yell at it. Bad dog.
Next up on the initiative is this one over here, as it's going to run directly at you, Cassian. And it's going to let go with you see the same fire catch in the back of its throat as it rushes forward in its mouth and starts spits out in a 15-foot cone as it spits fire at you. I'm going to need a dexterity saving throw.
Don't fuck it up.
You have bardic inspiration.
Yeah, you
do. Saving throw. Normal.
You have bardic inspiration.
Gonna use that.
Excellent.
D6 rolls a 6. With the bardic inspiration, you pass.
Can it do the flame breath thing?
I want the ducky to stop in front of the fire, and it looks like it shields.
Actually, Vic, there's a special when you use that mote on certain effects, it does do something because it's the mode of creation. So it does something special for saving throws, attack rolls, and ability checks.
Okay, it says the bardic inspiration die can be rolled again. Choose which roll to use.
I rolled a recharge. I rolled a 5 or 6. It gets to recharge, and it got its breath back.
The target and each creature of your choice that you can see within 5 feet of it must succeed on a con saving throw or take thunder damage equal to the number rolled on the bardic inspiration.
And that's on a save. And that's on a save or an attack roll.
That's an attack roll.
No, we're looking for. He used it on a saving throw.
Oh, the creature using the bardic inspiration die gains temporary hit points equal to the number rolled on the bardic inspiration die.
Brandon, you gain 6 temporary. Plus what?
Plus 3.
Plus 3.
Yeah.
9 temporary
hit points.
What is my cupcake?
Yeah. See, I'm glad I didn't eat it. I saved it, you know?
All right, so you pass, but you're still going to take half of... You're going to take 11 fire damage.
Damn, so I take 2 points of damage. Get some.
As the fire you see it catch Cassian, but that rubber ducky create this almost field that separates the fire just barely, keeping the majority of the beam. Pardon?
I want the rubber ducky to turn to me, wink at me before it vanishes.
Can it make a comical squeak noise as it puffs out of existence?
Glitter. Oh my god, it pops into glitter.
Magical glitter.
Now it looks like Cassian went to the strippers.
All right.
We're stripping.
That is the Hellhound's turn. Neve, you're
That's
up.
my second job.
As
I'm gonna target the one again that has Hunter's Mark.
Yep.
Oh god, hold on. Receive.
It's +7 though. It's not bad.
That's still not great. Oh wait, do I get anything for? No, I don't.
With your archery, you get a +1. Oh, that's why I already added in.
8.
8 to hit.
Wait, what
You
did I
rolled a
roll?
7.
Oh, I rolled a
Yes, I
7.
messaged you.
Not 8 to hit.
14.
14.
Unfortunately, 14 is just going to miss as when you're trying your best not to hit Cassian at the same time, and the arrow just falls short.
Just give her 1 second.
Yeah, no worries, no pressure.
Yes, I texted you.
Oh, did you?
No.
I did.
That's an action too. Fuck. That's it.
Since I failed, I'm gonna move like 5 feet higher in the tree, just so they can't start trying to trace back where the are coming from. So I'm at 35 feet in the tree.
35 feet in the tree. Gotcha.
And yeah, just remaining in stealth.
Gotcha. All right, next up, Willow. As you see Esme being surrounded, them preying on the person that was having the most fear here. You can see them zoning in on it as predators pick out the weakest person in the herd, in their opinion.
Rude.
I'm just gonna attack the guy or the dog that's attacking Cassian just to free him up.
Gotcha.
Hopefully. 15?
15 just hits.
Oh, thank fuck. Okay.
15 just hits.
7, 12 damage.
12 damage. Explain to us how you kill this remaining dog. Sorry, this one dog, the first dog.
It's like the hellish, like the magic of like the hellish rebuke like hits it, and then like there's like a half second where it's like almost okay, and then like this.
Wait, what? Hellish Rebuke's necrotic?
No, that's the hex that's on it. So the hellish rebuke is force, and then the extra is necrotic.
I thought Hellish Rebuke was fire. My bad.
Oh, not hellish rebuke. Sorry, Eldritch Blast.
Oh, Eldritch Blast. Gotcha. I was like,
hellish rebuke is a reaction.
yeah, and I was getting confused here. Yeah, so you the force blast from the so you let go with sorry, paint that picture, sorry.
So like the Eldritch Blast like splits out and hits it, and then like it has like this almost like half beat where it's kind of okay, and then it's like this dark energy just like pulses through it, then it just dies.
Yeah, you guys all see this this black aura kind of pulse out from it, leaving the snow in this black stain around the beast as it falls to the ground and unmoves. The other two hellhounds look back at it, look at you, and just snarl even more.
As a bonus action, I'm going to move my hex from that guy to the guy between Esme and I.
Yep.
And then I'm going to move.
Yeah.
All right.
Here.
All right. And that's your turn?
Yes.
All right, Esme, you're up.
Remember, if you move, you'll only be taking one attack of opportunity because I did.
He did eat the other ones up.
The whole like fire resistance thing really threw a wrench in my plan.
You're telling me my entire kit is fire.
I'm seeing a lot of diversity here in your skill sets, is what I'm saying.
Just you wait until I fucking hit one of those goddamn things.
Okay.
And it's gonna take the hexes for wisdom.
Wisdom? Gotcha.
Okay, I'm gonna move.
All right. Let's see if I hit you. That is one hit. I do get the bite off. So
Of course you do.
you're going to take 3 fire damage and...
Nope.
1.
No. I rolled 6 for fire. I am already halving it down to you. And you're going to take 7 for piercing as it bites you once again.
So 10?
Yeah, 10 total.
Okay. That's not good, but whatever.
As you pull back and jump over the log.
Okay, I'm going to...
follow you.
Where's my... I'm going to pull my book out.
Yeah.
And I'm going to frantically draw fireworks on it.
Yeah.
And then I'm going to throw them up in the air.
Yeah.
And I'm going to cast color spray.
Yeah.
Um,
I like her cheer. I like your a little side. Yeah. Your Meg cheering in the background. Yeah.
except I didn't prepare. I don't know what
Good choice.
I have the dice for it. I gotta get my dice. I'm sorry. Pause for effect.
I know you can reach me. Stop fucking around, Travis.
That's not me.
Which one?
Oh.
Which one is the D10?
I have dice in my hand.
I'm basically seeing.
This 10?
I can't tie them both up, but I can tie one of them up.
The dogs?
Yeah.
He means like...
Oh, not actually physically tie them. He means like get one. Yeah.
Like what? That seems like a lot of pain and damage you'd be taking to try and tie up a
Tavern brawler, just like do some wrestling moves on this dog and like restrain it.
I do love Tavern Brawler. That being said, maybe not on a dog.
It only comes out whenever I'm
Hellhound.
no longer wearing my armor.
Sorry, guys.
Don't worry, we're just all judging you. Everyone is judging.
That's
Like
rude.
every single, even the watchers at this point are judging.
I think.
You know
I think we're losing. They probably tuned out.
Like Tink
You're
Tank is like
rude,
probably
brother.
going crazy right now.
Bruce is judging.
He's very upset.
Bruce loves me.
That's true.
How many is this? 1, 2, 3.
Just
Okay, I got
throwing
this.
himself at you when you come over.
Okay, so what are we doing here?
Okay, so it says roll 6d10. The total is how many hit points of creatures this spell can affect. Creatures in a 15-foot cone originating from me
Which are both of
are
them?
affected in ascending order of their current hit points.
Gotcha.
Starting with the creature that has the lowest current hit points, each creature affected by the spell is blinded until the spell ends.
Okay, go ahead. I don't get a saving
So
throw against this, right?
No,
No.
I'm just
that's right.
adding these all together.
Yeah.
No, he's still screeching.
So we got
I love this stream. Just both of you just scritching Bruce.
He's very scritchy.
Ours is sleeping at the top of the stairs because he can't go downstairs because he hears Vic's voice. He cannot go downstairs because he knows he's not allowed in the basement. So he's sleeping at the very top of the stairs with his head over the first step.
53.
53. Jesus. 53. So
I rolled really well.
it would seem so.
I rolled 2 10s, 3 8s.
All right. It won't be enough to get both of them. It won't be enough to get both of them. But the one on the right, the colors shoot up in the air and you see it kind of take a look up and its aggressive posture kind of sinks for a second as drool starts to drip out of one side of its mouth as it stares at the fireworks in the sky as they pop, and it completely ignores your existence as it is now it's just blinded, right?
Blinded.
Sorry, my bad. It's not just charmed. I'm thinking charmed. It goes up and you see it whimper for a second as it loses all sight. You see its eyes turn from that black to white as it seems lost.
Sweet.
Blinded. All right. That's your turn?
As a how far away are people from me? 40 feet.
Cassian, you no longer has bardic inspiration, so if you wanted to, you could put it back on Cassian.
Also, if yours is dependent on seeing, you can't actually see me.
Yeah.
It just says a creature within 60 feet. It doesn't say.
Yeah, because
She's
it's
not, though. She's 30 feet in the air.
yeah.
So start doing the math. Is that
Start doing the angle.
Trigonometry here.
40 feet away?
I'll just give it
A
back
squared
to
plus B squared equals C squared.
I'll be like, hey,
How far are you up the tree?
look at your arm.
35 feet.
Look at you. She
Look at your
casts
arm.
as the familiar. What is it? A rubber ducky again this turn? Starts circling
Oh,
around.
100%. 100%.
37.5 feet away.
Brandon, you see a rubber ducky circling around you again as she says, "Look at your arm."
As I look again and the duck appears. Yes.
All right, that would be Esme's turn. Good turn, Esme. Next up, the Hellhound. You can see it stumble for a second, and it tries to make its way there. You see it lifting its nose and sniffing towards you. It gets close and starts making a blind attack outwards at you. Actually, hold on.
That should be a disadvantage.
I am just going to shoot a cone effect at you. As it breathes in this fire and just shoots it in your general direction. I'm going to need a dexterity saving throw from you.
Would it have to like make some kind of roll to understand which direction it should be shooting it in, seeing as it looked up at fireworks, got blinded?
It's blinded, but it's got advantage on all things to do with smell. It smells her.
Gross.
Yeah.
So I just roll and then add my dex.
Yes, that is correct.
16.
16 passes, so you're going to take half of half. So whatever. So that's
0.
So that's 10. That's 21. That's 24. It's half of 24, so you're going to take 6.
Oh, 6.
6 total fire damage. As the
We're getting real low here, guys.
you see this thing shoot fire, kind of almost aimlessly, as it burns the log. The log, all the snow on top of the log melts with the heat of this thing, and the steam from the fire kind of rises up, and through the steam, you see Esme there, kind of burnt, her arms bleeding. She's bent down behind the log. She's doing her best, but she's starting to look really bad. Cassian, it is your turn.
All right. It's a pretty easy turn here. I'm going to take the advantage, but I'm going to move there.
Yeah.
Hang on. And I will attack. Which one looks more hurt?
The one that's blinded.
Okay, well, then I'm going to attack the other one. I'm going to attack this one.
Gotcha.
Is it blinded by the light?
It was blinded by the pyrotechnics.
You're no
So
fun.
yes. So yes, it is blinded by the light.
Katy Perry's firework.
That is a 7 to hit.
It's not going to hit.
Darn.
You do have. Wait, would Bardic get you there?
Get to a max of 13.
Yeah, no. Unfortunately, I won't even let you waste your Bardic. That's the DM being
You're
nice.
such a nice guy.
You're
You're
trying.
such a nice guy.
Hang on. I will use... I just want to know if I can use this as a bonus action. It's not telling me what my mine are.
What are you trying to do?
I'm just trying to see what my glory has. Oh, that's why. Okay, hold on.
Okay.
No, it's an action. No. Okay. I was gonna just, make myself awesome again. Yeah. So I will. I'll end my turn. I'll hold my bonus. Well, can't use it. I already.
Does your thunderous smite? It stays there until you use it next? It doesn't dissipate after you. Okay, minute. All right. And just because of the time and people scheduled for work, we're going to end tonight's session here at the top of the initiative. So when we cut back next session, we're going to be starting off with the Hellhounds, and we'll see what happens to the heroes on their venture into
foreshadow. Cassian's going to drop. The heroes are going to heal him, and we're going to kill the Hellhounds probably halfway through the next round.
I might be dropping, to be honest with you. I'm pretty
No, they're going to eat.
Drop.
They're gonna eat me.
Drop
I
tap.
can't run after you now.
All right. Well, thank you all for sitting in again on another episode of Midlife Criticals, our season 1. I don't know. We haven't come up with a name for it. We just know who we're called. Thanks to all again for all of you that tune in every week and watch this live, or the recording live. And for those of you who catch up on YouTube, we appreciate that as well. Anything else left to say to everyone before we log off for the evening?
Share it with all your friends.
Chat down below if you think we should level up.
Yeah, definitely put in there hashtag Travis sucks, and we'll get it.
Oh, the audio was messed up on that one. We have to edit it out. Love you all. See you all later. Bye.
Level 5.